All right, everybody.
Hey, hey,
What's going
everybody.
on? It's Tuesday night. Tuesday night.
Right.
We got another Indoor Farmer Review episode, but it's kind of a special one tonight. We're going to try to start a new series that we're going to hit here and there, like probably maybe once or twice a month. Hopefully at the beginning, we're calling it the Entrepreneur Meetup, you guys. We have definitely a few already tonight that we're able to make it, so that's awesome. And we're gonna continue to get more and more on every other Tuesday or maybe one Tuesday a month or something like that. So guys, definitely tag everybody in for us. Let's Steve-O and I are going to do some tagging and sharing for a minute here
Yes, sir.
as we're talking, as we're getting everybody in. We're waiting. We should be hanging out with several very fine entrepreneurs tonight. I'm excited to talk about at least two of them are already waiting for us to get to it. And we actually have a strain review. Steve-O and I were lucky enough to receive some hand delivered items, some come all the way to us to bring it. It's very nice of them. We're going to unveil those here shortly. I'm just doing all my tags, trying to tag as many people as I can in a few minutes here. Hope everybody's having a great night. Um, Steve-O, how you doing, man? Get you.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing some tags here at the same time. I'm going to take a break a sec. Yeah, doing pretty good. Chico's doing really good. Had another good day today, so I'm out of the
Oh,
woods
good,
with him, I
good.
think, for the moment. And everything's going real well. I'm looking forward to a great show tonight. As always, we're going to have an exciting one tonight with our entrepreneur spotlight show tonight.
Guys, check out this do. Check out Steve-O's do, you guys. Look at that. That is, I'm telling you,
Oh,
all I can think of is like Fabio, you know? I
yeah,
just think,
Bubba.
I can't believe it's not butter, you know? That's all I can think
Oh,
of.
if
I
I only had
really,
a fan.
if I what I
Oh,
want, I just want to see you do the hair flip. That one, maybe later, guys. We'll get him nice and medicated, and we will have some fun. But yeah, tonight's gonna
right.
be kind of a round robin. We're gonna bring people up, and as we bring them up, we're gonna let them stay here and hang out as we bring the other ones up. And towards the end, we should have a full screen of entrepreneurs that can then have a little powwow amongst each other. We can all talk to each other at that time, kind of an open forum. But up to that point, we're gonna do sort of a one-on-one round robin. What's up, Maddie G? What's up, everybody? What's up, Joe Kelly? What's up, guys? Steve-O, yeah, you can keep up with the comments for me. Appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Were we
Yeah.
fighting each other again?
No, no, no. I'm glad you were doing it already. I was just looking to see
Yep.
if one of us can get on that. I'm gonna get us a little bit of background tunes. While we're waiting, uh, we should be hearing from the Happy Hippies here soon, guys. Might as well say it. They were just talking about it on their show. I just didn't want to, I don't want to jinx anything or keep people from if they couldn't make it or something. But they just talked about it, so they should be sending their audience over here. So it should be a good time. Hey, what's up? We
Hey,
got
Matty G.
creative collectibles in the house. What's up?
We got Matty G in the
So
house.
yep, Maddie G's in the house, and Maddie, you guys are welcome too. If you guys want to send a Brooklyn boy uh, representative, although maybe we'll just do it on a different episode or something. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna do this like entrepreneurial meetup. Um, as often as we can in between doing our normal reviews where we go and check out local small businesses and stuff. So tonight's episode is sort of like to make up for all these businesses and all these folks that we know through the community who do online stuff, or maybe they're just getting started. They don't have a building somewhere, and then the rest of the episodes we go and talk to people who aren't doing these live streams and stuff. So it's kind of the back and forth, right? And tonight, a very secret special strain review here. Steve-O, do we have the same flavors? We have the same flavors. We got Jet Fuel Gelato, okay? We got
Okay.
Joyride. We got you're so loud over there. Tangy DOS, Tangy DOS. I'm not 100% sure what DOS means. And then we got Spanish Moon. The Spanish Moon,
Spanish
you guys.
Moon.
So I have a little secret, little special, little surprise for Steve-O. Actually, I need to grab a flashlight real quick. But I have the flavor cam. Can you take that comment down, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can we get it to
awesome?
Big? Can you get it? Can you go big? Come on. It was all set up and waiting for me. Would you guys?
There we go.
That
now it's working. Do you have to have motion?
No, this is a different camera. It's just an older iPhone. What you have to have is light for this to work. So, got a little bit of light here. There we go. So I'm going to open up the Spanish Moon. The Spanish Moon first is what we're going to look at.
Okay. Let's take a look. First the nose, right?
Right, yep.
Ooh, that smells
nice and
cheesy. Guys. Nice and cheesy.
Oh yeah, that's a good word. As soon as you said that, I thought, oh, that is true. Okay, all right. Let's give them a little peek. Let's give them a peek here. I need to get a little tray for this. We get Dan the Mushroom Man and Miss Maui Queen waiting on us in the backstage, so we will get to you guys as soon as possible, I promise.
It turns the weed, it turns it opaque because of the green screen.
Because it's so green. That's funny. Okay, so we got. I'm trying to let the phone catch up. It's an old phone. Probably needs to be updated. So that is crazy looking stuff right there. That Spanish Moon, you guys.
Yes, yeah. Oh, it's got red on the inside, purple on the outside.
Right, Bean. Steve-O's hair is looking amazing, right? Look at that.
That's
some nice stuff there. Hey guys, if you could help us out and share us out and everything, I didn't really get out to the groups to share or anything like that, so I would appreciate it if you do. I don't like how the camera's doing.
Happy Hippie's here.
Oh, good.
Happy Hippie here. Yep. Did you send him the link? Yeah, you did.
I did. Yep. Why is this not lining up for me here? Oh, I see. There it is. Okay.
If you need the link or something, again, let me know. This smells good.
That's really colorful, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
So I apologize. I really thought this old phone was going to work for me, but I think we should give it a try. Why don't we while we're waiting for them to come up? Oh,
there they are.
There's
Gypsy
right there.
Hi, Gypsy.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for coming by. We really appreciate you coming by to showcase Happy Hippie Head Shop tonight.
No problem.
So I'm not sure if you're sort of unaware of what we're doing. We'll wait for
there she is.
Yep. Okay. Hi, ladies. Hello.
I knew she wouldn't be far behind me.
Just to give you, well, first of all, how are you doing?
Great.
You guys doing well? Okay, good. So just to give you a quick idea of what we're trying to do here, we're trying to do sort of an opposite show of what our normal review show is, where we actually go out to like a local small business that probably doesn't do much online, those sort of things. This is sort of the opposite, where we try to showcase a lot of people, especially within our community here, who do the small business, who maybe only have online stuff, who are just starting out, or handmade, crafted stuff like that. That sort of opposite side of like the brick and mortar, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's the idea. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk to you ladies for a minute. I have a few questions, and then we're gonna you can go anytime you need to, of course. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull our other entrepreneurs up, and as we talk to them one at a time, everyone gets to stay on the screen, and then we'll try to do it quickly, and then we all can sort of have a little conversation, sort of an entrepreneur powwow, entrepreneur meetup, we call it. So we're going to try and do that like once a month. where we can just sort of have a meeting of the business minds, as it were.
Absolutely.
I am not I don't have a company yet, and that's another reason why we're doing this. And the show, period, is a good way for me to talk to other business owners, talk to other entrepreneurs, see, what they've gone through and what the ups and downs of it is. And so my first question is, well, I think I've asked you this before, but just to kind of go through it, how long have you been in business, like the LLC, or like did you get an LLC?
Yes. Yeah. We have an LLC. I applied for it December of 2021.
I'm getting feedback. Is anybody else getting feedback?
No.
Nothing from me, or
You
nothing on
have it.
my end.
Do you have it live?
Me then.
I had to close my other browser window.
Do you still have Facebook open? Maybe.
I did.
Ah.
There it is. Thank you. I was so
You're
lost.
welcome.
All right,
Listen,
we're in.
that shows you guys, even the beautiful hippies, they're leaps and bounds beyond us, and they can still make those little
Yeah.
teeny little technical errors here and there. I do it every time. There's something that just comes out of nowhere every time, right before the show. It's like,
And
what is
Gypsy's
this?
definitely the tech queen, not me.
Really?
Huh?
See, and
Yeah.
that's valuable. You got to have a good tech person. I
Yeah,
used to have a
he's our
computer
techie.
guy, but I don't talk to him anymore because he's like real narcissistic. I just can't deal with that. You're real good at the computers, but anyway. So we're doing a sort of a strain review as we're talking. So we're gonna keep it rolling. But so how long have you had the LLC? Just
Yeah, so we actually just filed our first report, corporate report. So 1 year, just
okay.
a little over a year,
Okay.
we've been officially an LLC.
Is that like your taxes? Like your books? What's the corporate report?
It's another
Basically,
fee you
that's
pay.
just a report that
It's another fee that you pay. That's what it is.
Right.
but if you change any owners during the year or
Oh, I see.
addresses, it's just basically letting the state know that whatever state you incorporated in, letting them know that nothing has changed.
And you pay whether something changed or not, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be filed.
That's sort of like the certified organic label is just another bill, right? So that's cool.
Yeah.
So a year. What, Steve-O? Sorry.
Well, congratulations on your year anniversary.
Yeah.
That's great.
Definitely
And I was
appreciate it.
wondering, what was that one thing that made you guys realize we can do this? We can make this happy hippie head shop dream idea into a dream. What was it?
I don't know. I think I've told everybody kind of the story. I mean, it kind of started by accident. Stacy was venturing into she's the grower, she's the pothead in the family.
Me?
I don't even that much, but I loved what I saw. I like her a lot better when she's high. Just
True.
kidding.
It's true.
It's true. For
I
all
like
of us.
me.
Yeah.
I like me a lot better when I'm high. Let's be honest.
Me
Let's
too.
be real.
Like
I'm
your fuse is longer. You're
yeah, like I'm chilled.
Mm,
I'm chilled. I'm not high strung. Like I'm just laid back now.
No
She
pun
got a
intended.
medical marijuana license pretty much as quick as they came out in Illinois.
Yeah. As soon as I
Due
could,
to
I got it.
endometriosis. And she started getting into the Facebook world because she was growing. She bought some seeds. Our first seeds came from Croc Keen, I found on the internet. And then she found waffles. And that really started leading her into the Facebook community and helped us realize that, hey, there's this whole community out there. We never really thought of Facebook.
I remember my first waffle. I was like, "What is this?" When I was playing, I'm like, "What?" And that really opened up a whole. I met a lot of people very quickly.
So
Spend a lot of money.
I really like that too, the growing side of things, like because obviously that's kind of my wheelhouse. But when you look into that, you find out, oh well, there's this whole world. My question to you now, though, today, do you ever have no name weed? Do you ever have a nug of like, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to smoke it?
No, we do not.
Nope, I didn't think so. I was like,
I mean, I know the breeder on this, and I know the cultivator, but I don't know the strain because it knocked off my plant, and I don't know which strain it came off of. But I can guarantee you that it's tarantula.
It's one of the five, right?
right.
I know it's Tarantula Genetics. Yes.
Do you only smoke your own?
I don't go to the
Brooklyn Boys.
dispensary. I don't go to the dispensary anymore. I do smoke Brooklyn Boys. I'll smoke with Travis. You know, we go up to see them and we smoke their weed. And
Oh, sure.
I mean, like if I ran into you, I'd smoke your weed. I'd
Sure.
consider you
Okay.
you know. But yeah, I don't go to the dispensary at all.
Right. Or like just a regular purchase from somebody. And I like
No, I don't
how
buy
a lot
from
of
anybody
growers.
else. No.
Right. I like how a lot of growers though they'll trade. They'll be like, hey, I'll trade you with
Yeah.
some and give you a taste of mine or whatever. But you know,
Yeah,
you never
I
know
mean-
where that came from, right?
Yeah, I do that with my circle. Like I have a circle of friends that we do that, and so I
So-
guess yeah, I do smoke other people's, but I don't smoke
Hey, Ash.
mainly. I smoke other home grows. I don't really smoke, you know.
Hey,
I
Ash.
just don't
Oh,
go to
I
the
hear ya.
dispensary anymore. It's way too expensive. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
in Illinois, it's still pretty pricey.
What's going on, Ash?
Okay,
is.
I have your website pulled up here. I know we've done this before. I've showcased you guys before, and I don't mind doing it again and again and again because these ladies were pivotal, making my logo, making Steve-O's logos. I mean,
Yes.
I think about them every time I do a show. So we can pull them up as many times as we want. Let me see. Oh, here it is.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, not to make you guys go through the story again and all that, but we are on the YouTube channel and we're sort of we might be seeing people that don't know you, so that's why we're going through it.
Yeah. So the website again kind of just started accidentally at the same time that she was kind of diving into starting to grow. You know, COVID hit and we started tinkering with the t-shirt stuff as a hobby. I was bored to death. I'm a worker, so
Sure.
I was always at work, on the road.
Then we were at home together all the time.
bored, and so we bought the Cricut, started making t-shirts, and so the idea just hit us one day. It's like, hey, you know, here's this whole cannabis community, let's make 420 t-shirts, you know. And so I actually taught myself to design. I did not know how to use the programs that I used. I'd never used them before in my life.
That's for real. That's true.
Have you upgraded? Have you changed your methods since you started?
No.
So the
No.
Cricut's still a good machine and all that.
Oh, Cricut, yes, yeah.
I mean, we upgraded machines, but as far as
Okay.
her designing,
Where no.
what she does
I-
designing.
I
think
remember
you
when the
could-
Cricut was popular when it first came out, and like a lot of women on Facebook in general were getting them,
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
you know.
it was very instrumental and very useful when we made t-shirts for our family one day out in her dad's driveway. We made them for the kids. They got to help, you know, we had a whole table set up. It was great. It really was. But for when we started selling more and more t-shirts, it wasn't for keeping up with those kind of sales.
Yeah, and it
Wow.
really limits the designs you can
Right.
do with the Cricut because you have to single
Yeah.
color.
It just gets your mind opened up a little bit to it.
Yeah.
It's a great place to start. Yeah, for sure.
So that Spanish Moon
That's
is very cheesy. It's very tasty. I like it.
Nice.
Spanish Moon. Who's the breeder on that?
I don't know the breeder, and
It sounds like I
we're not
think
gonna
it's
we're not going to talk about where it came from.
Spanish Moon. That is that Loving in Her Eyes, I believe.
Somebody did
Breeder on
bring me.
Spanish Moon.
Somebody came all the way to my house and brought me some. So you guys may have heard of these, Dower Patch Kids and Jolly Bites,
Nice.
made by the wonderful Dreadful Delights.
Yes.
So I'm not going to try those tonight. That'll be on a less.
It
a
is
serious
Loving in
one.
Her Eyes. I was right.
Yeah.
That's who the
Um,
breeder is.
This is the main page, right? Okay, I'll make sure. No, I'm on vapes. I think. Yeah.
So it started, you know, the whole thing started with an idea that we would, you know, that we could create logos and create merch in a way that Facebook groups could actually have their own merchandise. You know, so it wasn't started. The name Head Shop really wasn't intended to be a head shop.
Right.
At first, it was. And if when you're looking at it, almost every website we have out there, there's many others. You know, Tarantula HQ, GrowFam 420, Brooklyn Boys Canna Couture, Bearded Buds, Swag. Those were all started long before our website was ever started.
They all were.
And you guys
Every
are
single one of
doing pretty well. I mean, compared to, like, I know there was cannabis merch before, but this has definitely brought it to the mainstream for me anyway. Being that you guys do merch and sweat and like logos, and you have the head shop. It's like
Right.
Well,
it's definitely multifaceted.
one of my passions has always been marketing, and um, I love like I love watching things grow or helping things grow. So
She
the idea,
does.
working with like Ash and and Travis Spivey with Tarantula and helping grow their businesses through marketing or design, or design or the merch, which is all marketing, is fascinating, and helping these, because here's the facts, guys. And this is good advice if you're a manager or supervisor, whatever you are in life. Nobody can surpass you. Okay, so if you create, like, if you have an employee and you make them the best that they can possibly be, they can never, as long as you don't back off. Now don't get me wrong. If you just start doing nothing, they're going to pass. But if you keep doing what you do and you keep creating them, they're going to do nothing but push you up. And that's what happens with us, is that the more we put into Grow Fam, the better we become. The more we put into Wayland the Indoor Farmer, Sir Steve-O, Creative Collectibles,
Thank you.
Stats, all those.
EBCC, Transfer Genetics. I mean,
We go on and on and on with the different amazing brands that are evolving out here in this community, and as long as we keep doing those things and helping you guys, the sky's the limit for us. Because we're all going to get together. You know what I mean? It's like we're all just gonna, this community is just going to keep growing and growing. And
something about me is that I'm a very logic driven person, but I also have a very empathetic sort of like sixth sense emotion side, and I sort of gravitate towards people like you, and without using the same words you do, you probably would agree that you think in terms of growing the pie instead of, oh, I need to get my piece before somebody else takes it. Instead of that, or to put it in other terms, a rising tide lifts all boats.
absolutely.
Right? And there's something, and I always try to be honest about it. There's something that's in it for me. There's always something in it for me. By showcasing you guys, we're mixing our audiences. We're networking. Positive networking is something I preach, because there is clout chasing, right? But there's a difference. And I used to have a sign up behind me. And I even put it up there one time, like clout chaser. And just for fun, because it feels like that as I'm trying to meet people. But there's a positive way to network. And then there's let me just try and see what I can,
There's
Absolutely.
nothing wrong with the boss that I work for now, the owner of the company I work for now. He took me to lunch the first day I met him, and he's and he has a very different viewpoint of what the owner of the previous company had. And she was all about dump the money into the people, dump the money into the company. Don't worry about what you're making, and which was great, but it kept the company at a pretty small level. It was a happy company, don't get me wrong, and I guess it's all about your goals. But he said, Lee, there's nothing dirty. Profit is not a dirty word, and that just kind of resonated with me. There's nothing wrong for all of us out here to aspire to do something with what we're doing. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to grow a business, or what Ash is, the great organization Ash is building through Grow Fam, Tarantula becoming an even bigger brand, Brooklyn Boys growing to be one of the biggest, manufacturers of marijuana products. And, there's nothing wrong with that,
Right.
As long as you're doing the right things by your customer. That's what we try to focus on. It's like, we touch every shirt that we make, and we want to continue to do that. We touch each slap that we make.
That's going to be tough as you keep
Right
going,
here.
but yeah,
Touching them right here.
even if it's yep. So you touch on a good point though. When you have people thinking, oh, I don't want to be too much about money. The thing is, I don't necessarily like the guy, but Bill Gates has lifted a lot more people up out of poverty than Mother Teresa.
Yep.
Right. and that's because you can't really help people unless you have an excess, right? And I think in my selfish thoughts is like it would be, the best thing would be to be wealthy enough that you could change people's lives in a heartbeat. Like you go out to eat and you hear the waitresses having about a bunch of problems and maybe college debt or something, and then you drop a $30,000 check on the table and sneak out, without her knowing. And like that would just tickle me pink, it'd just be like the coolest high, and I think it's easy to say that until I get there, right? Maybe I'll become an asshole or whatever, but money is easy to corrupt, but I try to keep humble.
Yeah, we're not trying to build some massive organization. I mean, we're looking for something that can get me out of corporate.
Sure.
I want to get away from the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
That's our ultimate goal, and make an okay living. We don't have a super fancy house. We have a nice house. We
have a decent place to live, and
you want to be comfortable. You want to be secure. Yeah.
And then again, keep doing what we do because we love it. We love working with you guys. We love being on these lives. We love helping other people grow their dream. Because that's really what we're doing is we're helping grow dreams.
Stace, did you say you're moving?
I'm sorry, what?
Were you about to say you're moving?
No, we're not moving.
Oh, I thought I heard that.
I've been on that land since I was born, so we're not going anywhere.
Awesome.
No,
you got some land. Heck yeah.
It's where we'll retire right here. That's our plan. I want to rock on the porch.
So, are you into mushrooms, ladies? Not psilocybin necessarily, but I mean like edible, lion's mane. Have you done anything?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I grew up on morels.
Yes, morels. I can't. That's definitely a question I have for our next guest, and he's answered that to me before, where it's hard to do, but people are actually doing that right now with morels. But our next guest is he does many things. He has a construction company. He has his own podcast. He grows cannabis and he teaches classes and everything. But he also grows mushrooms, and he's the only mushroom farmer I know. He's been on the show several times. He actually prepared a 8-slide presentation for tonight, and his name is Dan the Mushroom Man. What's he call himself today? Dan the Medicine Man. Dan, hello, Dan.
Hello, Dan.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, what's going on?
So, Dan, how are you? Doing good? Okay. I try to start with that. Why not? These are the hippies here. You heard us talking to them for a little bit, so you kind of know what we're going here. Dan's been on the show several times for different reasons, but tonight I want to sort of pick his brain on the business side. Because I think he's about the same age. Have you been doing this about a year or two on the business side? Or no, you had the construction business. So how long have you had that?
15 years now. I've been doing that.
Holy cow.
And then I've slowly been learning mushrooms. It's something you can't really just get into. You have to learn it and do it, and then keep doing it and learn more and screw up a lot, I guess, because screwing up is the best way I've learned. And
so Dan has a podcast called The Rumination Project, guys, and he started that because of his own personal journey using psilocybin to help with mental health and everything, and now he is able to grow it for himself and then all sorts of other mushrooms, and even putting them in capsules, the like lion's mane supplements and all this stuff. So he's gone all the way down through the gambit, not just going for the magic mushrooms, right? But he showed off his grow and everything, and I do want to at least point out to people where they can find his products and stuff. But on the business side, though, you have at least 2 LLCs, right? 3?
They're all just individuals,
right?
I don't know with anything else, so they're just individual businesses. But the mushroom business, I haven't really. Once the farmers market starts this year, I would say that would be my first go around, because that's really when business starts, is when you start selling at farmers markets. And
that's still the big game. Okay, I didn't know if that was.
They only run from May to October, but that's where you'll sell a majority of your stuff. But I also sell mushroom supplies to help people make their own mushrooms.
Well, and you sell in the Rosebuds there in Quincy. You sell sell actual like kits where you can grow your own mushrooms out of the bag. I used it myself. It was awesome. So you are in stores and everything, which that's a big step, right? Just getting seeing your products on somebody's shelf in a store. right? That's huge for somebody,
Mhm.
especially just starting out. Because the
It's a big
construction,
deal.
yeah, the construction business, you don't like have a product, there's no store, but so this is a different feel. Now, are you planning to like? Is that something that just kind of a side thing, or are you planning to amp that up? Is that something?
I'll go full time. I mean, I'll probably always have my hand in construction, do a job here and there, and that's really why I'm just self-employed, so I
It's
can
a skill, yeah. You
not
definitely
do so I don't have an employee to worry about. If I want to take some time off from
Sure.
construction and go do mushroom farming more, I can.
Wow,
pretty easily.
you got options. That's awesome. So then you can sort of pick and choose. Like, hey, I like doing those types of jobs. I'll take that job, and then so you pick which ones you want to do, especially how much they pay or whatever it is. That's awesome. Hey, Rose Thorne in the house. Rose could not make
Hi,
it.
Rose.
She had a little operation. Not feeling well. I do hope you're doing all right, Rose. But we are going to be showcasing her at some point. Lila Rose Creations. I'm wearing her necklace. So,
Same. So
you know,
am I.
but
Yeah, we love you, Rose.
she said, does it help with depression too? Yes. So Rose, that's a whole. I mean, we had him on a couple weeks ago on my Monday show, talking all about mushrooms, and we actually to plug him here, we have an episode of his podcast coming up on the 12th of next month.
Yeah.
Yes, I keep getting the date wrong. So Steve-O and I are going to be on there along with Philip, one of our guests waiting in the backstage there. And we're going to be 4 dudes talking mental health. It's should be fun.
Cool.
We'll be sharing that out next month. Okay, so where can people find you best? What is it like? You have so many different places. Rumination Project. You got the Great River Mushrooms. What is it that when somebody meets you on the street, they say, "Hey, where can I find you?" Like, do you tell them all that, or
personal account's the best because it links everything to there. But
there you go. Okay, so just Daniel. Let's see. I'll do you want to put your tag in the chat there?
And to answer the question about depression, I actually started all these businesses because I am bipolar. And when marijuana legalization happened, I started using cannabis and quit using prescriptions. And I've slowly found all these other things that have very effectively treated it. And that's what these products that I sell a lot of, like the Lion's Mane and CBD, CBG, together, they really, really help treat mental illness. I think they really, especially the CBD and CBG together. And then if you add smoked cannabis on top of that, you're getting kind of 3 medicines all in one, and then it's even more effective.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
down with that. Yeah.
Dan, you brought us a presentation. What's going on here? Can you?
That was just a PowerPoint of the products that I have. You can go
good.
through
Okay.
it. And
Okay,
I don't know how well it's going to appear on the screen though, because
it's right
makes
there.
it smaller. Yeah, but now the green leaf's over the. That's
Oh,
okay.
I see. That's all right. Yeah. Well, what if we did this? Is it going to be any? No. Interesting.
I wonder
Yeah,
why it
so
does. That's not the way I made it.
It must have compressed your file because of StreamYard. Okay. So yeah. So he.
this
go ahead.
the CBG that I buy, and I actually buy it and purchase it locally from local farmers, and I infuse it in a process into coconut oil so you get the full spectrum. And it's 16 milligrams each, so it's about 90 grams of CBG and 90 grams of CBD per 16 ounces of coconut oil. So it's pretty potent. And a 16 milligrams is considered an average dose, but it can be high for some people.
But you could just take a couple if you were somebody that had a high tolerance too. Okay, well, that's cool.
Usually
Yeah.
one a day will do you get pretty good.
Can you quickly tell us what CBG is good for? Matty G. Speaking of
CBG is really, really good for nervous
Speaking of
system
G.
issues, and it's an antiviral, antibacterial as well. So they say it can basically weaken the wall of a virus to allow your immune system to attack it.
Oh, wow.
I also treats ulcers. I have ulcers, and I know have nearly no symptoms of ulcers when I take my CBG. Also helps with if you have stomach bacteria issues with like bad bacteria, or you
Like
just
a
have
probiotic.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
awesome.
So that
30
helps.
bucks for that bottle. That's awesome.
yeah. And
Sorry,
I'm
go
about
ahead.
half the price of anything else in the market. I really, when I started it, I wanted to make medicine affordable and not charge like $70 to $80 for 60 pills like some of these other companies are that are. And I mean, I'm
Right.
still making a profit at $30, and they're just ripping people off. So I try to put it at the price where I think the market should be at, and that's where I think this should be at.
Well, it's not regulated, so you buy
Yeah.
something on the market and it says this stuff. It doesn't have to be this stuff. I know you are going to make it with the formula that you make it. You're a very precise guy. But they also we talked about this on PITB one week where we looked at CBD and like Delta 8 and all this stuff. And they went out and they tested the Delta 8, and it's only supposed to have about 3% THC. THCA, I think, and then like they were finding upwards of 30% and stuff that's you're supposed to be smoking to pass drug tests or whatever, and people don't realize that Delta 8 you're still gonna show, and so it's just not regulated. It was just an independent source that went around and did a test on all these different products, and they found such a range from what's supposed to be in there. It's just ridiculous. Lion's Mane, yeah, I definitely want to get on some of this for sure. $12, $3 shipping. Okay.
And I don't right now don't grow the Lion's Mane yet, but I eventually will. Right now, I just buy it third party, and then I make my own capsules with the powder. But eventually, I will have our own powder to make my own mushroom with.
Is that difficult?
The making the capsules?
No, I mean, is the
growing-
Lion's Mane more difficult? Is that?
Yeah, then it's more difficult than the oysters. It's a lot more picky on.
What about Gypsy's golden morels? Are those harder, more so than the Lion's Mane?
Yeah, those are only really grown in state-of-the-art labs. There's probably a handful of companies in the whole United States.
Hmm.
It's something I have no interest in because it's not. Even the companies that grow it, they don't taste as well as natural
Mm.
ones,
Mhm.
and nobody's really been able to conquer it. And
Hmm.
there's plenty of other species of mushrooms that taste better than morels, in my opinion, anyway. But people don't
Right.
know that because they've never tasted them.
We're
But-
from the woods, though.
Well, it's about
Yeah,
how
true.
you prepare them, and it's
Yeah.
about how there's like so many
Yo.
kinds. There's so many flavors.
mean-
Yeah, because a lot of people have never had lion's mane, but it tastes like
No.
crab meat and seafood, and people don't even realize that because they've never had it.
Huh.
And
I'd like to give that a try.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I couldn't imagine that. Great River mushrooms, guys. I think is that. Oh no, we got more slides.
yeah, this is just for my other business. So, and these are some of the products I sell: the grain jar, which is used to colonize mushrooms. And I do sell a lot of these. These are actually what I sell a lot of because there are a lot of people who do grow their own magic mushrooms at home, and they're
Right.
of course, we're going to use these to grow them.
So if you guys didn't hear that correctly, this could be maybe possibly a thing that you might want to go looking for if that's something that you were trying to get to.
Yeah, you can see the little plastic top on there, and that's if you buy like a syringe. You put the needle on and you stick the needle through that, and that's a self-injectable port that'll actually seal when you take the needle out.
Right. Oh.
So then you don't have to worry about contaminations or open up the lid. You just squirt the mycelium straight in there.
That's awesome. I'm not necessarily going to grow the magic ones, but they make me nauseous. I do want to try microdosing though, and that's going to be something that might help me for other things, migraines and such. Petri dish. Oh, so you sell the Petri dishes? Okay.
Yeah, I make all of my own supplies. I've something I've learned. I didn't buy anything. I learned how to make it myself, and the Petri dishes is one of them. And
Well, so
I actually,
it has something in it. It says used to hold. Is it an empty Petri dish?
yeah. So then you put your mycelium in it, or you can do transfers with other mycelium, and that's where it starts to grow before you put it into the grain jar. So I usually use the mycelium to grow because it's a lot easier than
I see.
not
Cultivating
mycelium,
that
but
way.
Petri dishes than liquid mycelium.
I remember this story, the CO2 bags.
Yeah.
If I remember right, you were saying this is sort of the empty. This is like the leftovers after the bag is used up of mushrooms.
Yeah, and I
and-
accidentally made this. I was gonna sell it as a supplement for your garden, and I put it in a tent with a CO2 monitor, and the CO2 skyrocketed, and it's creating so much CO2 that the bag actually is inflated. And you can see that it has a filter patch that lets the CO2 out, but
I don't think I've ever asked this, but can you make too much CO2 for a plant?
not exactly. For marijuana can use a lot of CO2, especially, but it goes up from about 550 up to 1,000 to
Wow.
1,100 with this bag in your tent.
Hey, I gotta go run this. I gotta go work on this printer. I got some stuff I gotta get done. So
I
it
appreciate
was great
every
seeing
minute
you.
you were
Yeah,
here.
thanks.
guys.
It
Nice
was
meeting
nice meeting you, and
Thank you,
I'll
Steve.
catch you next time, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming by. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just have a lot of
Yeah,
printers.
no, that's
Sure.
why
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to leave it open. You know, if you can hang, you can. If you can't, you can't. You know, and I appreciate everything you guys do for us. So you're welcome, back and forth.
Understood.
And I leave this show as an open invitation to anybody who is within the business realm on Tuesday nights to come up and co-host and hang out and whatever, just to see what we're doing randomly. But tonight we're trying to showcase you guys specifically that are other entrepreneurs. So here's the last slide. It says vermiculture, cocoa, and gypsum.
vermiculite cocoa
Vermiculite.
chip. Yeah, this is what you actually use
I
to grow
wasn't-
magic mushrooms. So I sell this a lot because literally all you do is stick this into a bin, and you have your colonized jar, and you dump it in there and layer it out, and people use it to grow magic mushrooms.
Thanks.
And all these products are sterilized too, so they go through a pressure cooker, and they're all cleaned and sterilized.
$26 for all three of those things, like a combination.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's about 46% vermiculite, 46% cocoa, and then a little bit
I
of
see.
gypsum.
It's a mix. Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and then you just need the spores then for
The
whatever you're gonna grow.
colonized jar, like you'll take that jar I showed, and once that jar is full completely. Oh, wasn't there a video at the end of showing the mushroom bag growing?
Oh, I thought there was just the 8 slides. 1 second.
Well, I added 2 more after I told you.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, I make my own cream of mushroom soup too, and that was I sell the 8 and the 16 ounce, and that's actually been something I almost every event I have I sell a lot of those, and people.
Yeah, you were saying that was a hot seller. I like mushroom soup. I don't know if anyone. What do you guys think in the chat? Anybody hate mushrooms out there? Anybody out there have ever tried weird different mushrooms? Only do the store morel or not morels? What are they called? Truffles? No,
portobellos.
portobellas. That's right. I was like, dang, why can't I remember? That's ones we buy sometimes. I like those too. But yeah, leave us a message in the chat, guys. Tell us what you think. Let's see. I do like mushroom soup. Here's
That's the mushroom bag you were talking about.
okay, mushroom bag. If you guys can't see it, StreamYard messed up his thing here, but
That's the
$22, and then that gives you, if you do it right. I didn't do mine right, but you can get up to like 3, maybe 4, even. They get smaller as you go, but different harvests off of the same bag.
yeah.
So
You can see the picture there. That's the
Yeah,
first harvest.
That's like one harvest. That's your big harvest in the beginning, and then the second one for me was about a third, like a 2/3 of that. It was most of it, but not that size. But
Oh, is it not going to play it?
you could send me a video in another way.
I did send it the other day.
Oh, I can just go look at Facebook real quick. If it's in there. We while I look that up, though, we're going to pull up our next guest. She's been waiting ever so patiently. I did not know that she would be here so early. She was actually overcautious and told me she'd be late, but she was here right on time. Steve-O, if you could pull her up, Miss Maui Queen, everybody. Everyone knows her in the family and the Canna fam. She's one of the most supportive fans out there, and now she's doing her own thing. So let's be a fan of
There
her.
she is. Ta-da!
Maui, hi.
Should I mute?
Oh,
You're muted,
muted.
Maui. You're
He
muted.
is muted. There you
I
go.
know. I
okay.
muted myself while I was sitting back there.
It's okay. Appreciate it.
I'm kind of nervous because like the Gypsies and Dan, like they all have big businesses, and like it's just me over here.
Yeah, but that's why you should be here. Soak up what they're saying, and that's what I want. That's what I want to hear. These people that are doing it, they're putting in the work, that struggle, and everybody talks about it. The struggle of being a small business entrepreneur, right? And that's what we're here to both give you guys props for getting through that, or not necessarily through it, right? But at least making your way and making a lot of headway in the success realm. But also, we want to learn from you too. And so like Maui does her thing at home and she doesn't have a store I can go to. And so that's why we're trying to give her this forum here. And I'm pushing her hard to make a bunch of, we'll talk about her products, but making a bunch of them for our event coming up, because I think they will sell in seconds. But before we talk about it though, Daniel, I'm in the message right now. What did the video look like, buddy?
It was the video of the mushrooms growing.
Oh,
I shared it the other time in the video thing, but I can't find it now.
Interesting.
Is it a time lapse video?
The time
Yeah,
lapse one,
time
yeah.
lapse.
I really like that one too. It would be well worth.
You'd have to watch it off his Facebook probably and share your screen.
Well, I can download it.
I don't know where it's hidden on my computer.
We've talked a lot. I don't. There's culture samples. Must be before that. Well, maybe you can find it on your computer while we talk to Miss Maui. That way, we're not both waiting. I'm still scrolling. Is this it? Nope. That's your air cleaner thing. No, it's probably way back there. Huh?
Valid tie. What in the world? I don't know.
Found
What
it
the other day it doesn't work.
Oh, that's less
there
than
we go.
helpful. It's like Gypsy. It's like we talked
There it
about.
goes.
It's random.
It's loading now.
It's right here. Here we go.
Cool.
Yeah, 4 days
Yes.
turned in like 15 seconds.
Isn't that
Whoa,
cool?
look at those. What kind of mushrooms are those called?
Those are the blue oysters, and they don't appear blue if you grow them in warmer temps. They'll appear blue if you grow them about 60 degrees. So that's why they don't really appear too blue.
Let's see that again, Bob. That's cool.
Ooh,
I want to do like so many time lapse videos.
Yeah, I need to use it more because I have that GoPro and I need to set it up to record more of those. They're pretty cool.
You do need to, for sure.
There you go.
So Dan, before we go to Maui here, if you had any advice for a new entrepreneur, what would it be? I should have asked you guys that, Gypsy. Yeah, it's a basic question, but it's a good question. It's worth hearing what somebody says.
She'll probably say the same thing, that owning your own business is a never-ending thing, and you constantly have to evolve, or you're gonna fall
Well,
behind.
it is you. That is your life, right? You might get rid of the business at some point, and there are people out there that just keep buying them and doing that whole like buy and trade businesses and things. But if you want to build something that's your brand, it is you. So I look at it differently than a 9 to 5. It's your love child. It's your love baby. No, I don't know. That's nothing there sounds right. It's your, you know what I mean. Anyway, so
True.
that's good. That's good advice, Dan. You want to be ready for the work. You want to be ready for the hard work. But my advice, and I'm not even in business yet, is that nobody tells you to get up and clock in every day. Nobody tells me. There's no alarm clock for me to go, hey, it's time to go to work. So it's the motivating yourself is hard, and that's why I made these shows. It's like I'm putting it out there so that I what's the word? Like I hold myself accountable that way, So Maui, you're probably not an LLC quite yet. When did you do? Okay, I'll just say Maui makes her own cups, and what is it? Resin, right?
Yeah, I don't just make cups, but that's a lot of what
Yeah, you
everybody's been buying recently. But I'm a resin artist or epoxy artist. I work with
Ah.
resins.
That makes more sense to say it that way. So you can do different things with it, like ashtrays and like probably much more things like signs and stuff. So
Yeah, like
when did you do your first
ashtrays.
thing? When did you make your first? Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Let's pull you up here. Let's pull her up.
So here's a coaster with an actual leaf.
Oh, I like it.
I love doing these, but I don't have any leaves for myself right now. These are ashtrays shaped like a pot leaf. I don't have any good trays, so this is a mess up, but I do make rolling trays.
Well, what's messed up about it? Just the picture?
It's
still a
just
rolling
some
tray?
of the inks leaked.
Eh.
I'm still gonna redesign over the top of it and keep it
Ah.
for myself. There's different layers that I can do to make the good parts peek through. So I'm still gonna use it. It's just I don't have any of the good ones because they all sold. So
Oh, no, that's okay.
These
These are examples, and I'm not like we want to showcase your stuff, but
I mean-
really we want to know like
this
where to
one's for
find it,
Country
you know.
Mama.
are you showing that stuff on your page?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go. I'm gonna pull that up as we're talking, but I just wanted to know.
But
looks
it's
like
got a lot of
rare
my
sunflowers
personal
in it.
stuff too. But like this one's for Country Mama. This one will probably go out tomorrow. She let me design it. These are actually real pressed flowers.
Oh.
Under the
Oh.
resin. The wood grain is painted by hand.
Oh,
I do put a logo on the bottom of your cups, but it's see-through. It's just to claim my art. Believe it or not, a lot of people will take pictures of other people's art and they'll say, "Oh, this is mine," and
mhm.
it's not.
I bet Gypsy
um,
runs into that a lot, right?
Yeah, I've had a few of my designs.
This one and this one are Benjamin Street for his kids. These will be going out tomorrow. I can't show you who this one's for because they haven't told.
Super secret.
Yeah, that one.
Don't
hasn't
even
been
show
told.
that one. Put that one away.
And then we have like really cool stuff that I did with my, like these are just ones that I made bases for. I actually
Nice.
have a really cool gypsy logo that I want to put on this one. It says something about being a gypsy and a hippie. This is one.
Nice.
So I do just about everything.
That's
This
cool.
is one I did.
How much how long does one of those take to make?
So that's the part that really kind of sticks in my line where each layer of epoxy takes 8 hours to cure.
Gee.
Yeah, that's the big
Each
thing.
cup gets 6 to 8 layers of epoxy. And in between that, I'm like all these different colors I painted on myself, and then it got epoxy over it. And then I went back in and I gold leafed, and then it got epoxy over it. And then I put on a decal and it got epoxy over it. And then it got another layer over it because you got to have at least, I say around 5 coats on a cup to get a good seal. If not, you run into it being too thin and then breaking. So depending on how much detail you want, it can take me up to 2 weeks to create your cup.
I had no idea.
It's not a quick process. Yeah,
It's not a quick process. That's why I've been so hesitant to come up on a live. But I am investing in myself, and I'm dropping $600 for new equipment so I can spin more cups, which cups are not a flat surface. They are round. So when you put epoxy on them, they have to turn to keep the epoxy coating on them. I only have the ability to turn 2 right now. That means I can only do 2 cups at a time. I can prep more, kind of design some of the bases, but a lot of that's first epoxy work. I have a wait list. You don't get on my wait list unless you pay in full. Resin is not cheap. I cannot design a whole cup for you and then you go, oh well, I don't want it no more. So I just trashed $60 worth of supplies for something you didn't want, because most customs are really hard to sell to someone else.
Right.
Right.
So
I want to hold on a second before you go any further. Why did you say that you are hesitant to come on live?
because a lot of people around Christmas time, they started messaging me because they found out I did cups. I did one for Mrs. Bearded Buds because they kept going into their lives, and
So too many orders. Too many people wanted them.
yeah, she would get upset because she didn't get no mail. So I was like, let me make her a cup. And then I was like, maybe it'll give me business. Then I was struggling with Christmas, and the community reached out, and I have an order for Creative Collectibles. I have 3 for Dandy Man. I'm making one's for Grow Fam. Country Mama's got one. Some Eric E. Freezy has one. His actually has a Bluetooth speaker on it. Those are highly expensive, so please don't come at me about the price. But to get it to my door, a blank cup, it's $32. A blank one of these is $7. So you pay for this Bluetooth speaker. But he got a Bluetooth speaker one. Everyone loved it. Like, they came in hardcore. Everyone's been supporting me, and I love that. But when you're 7, 12, 15 cups in and you can only make 2 at a time, you're going, oh, like, how long is it going to take me to do this? So I am like 6 cups out right now, but I'm dropping $600 to get more equipment so I can spend 9 at a time instead of 2.
So, okay, that's awesome.
Upgrade.
But I want you to this because I care about you. I don't want you to let the demand keep pushing you to like work harder and buy things maybe that you're not ready to buy yet. So, those people can wait. It sounds like you have a lot of demand, and that's awesome. Like, that's great, but don't let that give you anxiety. You know, because
no, but that's why I haven't come up on many shows. But yeah. I am putting the order in tomorrow for $600 worth of equipment. And once I get it, I'll be able to make 10 in a week instead of
That's awesome.
2. So it's been something. I've been doing this for 3 years. And it definitely has been anxiety ridden, but I was able to claim a good amount on my taxes because I claim my business. I keep all my receipts. I can write off my computer and all my equipment. So those are business expenses that go on my taxes. Even though I don't have an LLC, I still can go in and claim all the money I make versus my sales.
Creative Collectibles has a point, and we talked to you about it on another show already. Maui makes like sort of like random prints, and then also does custom. So I think that's cool because then you can sort of always have a couple going on custom, and then just have a bunch of random ones being made for people who don't care. They just like a tie-dye looking one, and they're good to go. So that's going to be great.
A lot of my random ones sell really fast. Like this one, I can't believe I still hold on to this one. I really can't believe it. This is one I designed that I just made, and I've actually held on to it for a year. No one's bought it yet, but
sold. DM me.
How much?
Yeah, send it to me, Maui.
I like how it looks. I like how it looks old. It looks like almost like a piece of the declaration, paper.
So all
actually-
of that is actually like it's printed out, and then I stain it this color, and then I actually burnt it with a lighter.
Ah.
The stuff. So all of this is hand done. All the old imaging, all the striping, all this 3D color red in here to make it old. That's all hand done.
Can
Every
I tell you
star
the only
was-
thing I want to see on it is a big old eagle's head.
I like it like it is. I'll buy it.
No,
now.
I'm just kidding, but no, it is amazing. I like it too.
I'm a veteran. I love that. So.
Yeah,
I forget that
I
about you,
this
Gypsy. I
one
forget
may
that
go
about you.
nowhere.
We got a bunch of veteran
For your
business.
service,
Yeah.
Gypsy. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
tell
So-
you, the best advice I could give you, Maui, is make a plan. That's one of the things that I'm a big planner.
Mm.
And it sounds like a lot of people have a misconception about Happy Hippie Head Shop, but I still make all of your T-shirts on my dining room table. We don't have a business building or anything like that. We're working on renovating our garage to be our workshop, but we're still running out of our home. I do it at night. I do it on the weekends, just like you're doing. But the one thing that I'm really good at, this is actually my fourth business. I actually own a multi-million-dollar company.
Oh,
several
snap.
years.
Talk about bury the lead.
But I know
Wow.
I decided to, again, it's very stressful to own that size of a company.
Mm.
I had offices across 3 states. We did satellite installs for DirecTV, and just it became too competitive of a business to try to stay ahead and keep creating something when you're competing against Charter Communications and Comcast and Sears and Walmart and all these guys. But and that's why I wanted to back into kind of creation. That's one of the things, if you look at all of our businesses, the one common link that we all have is that we're all creating something. You're creating your cups and your designs, and Dan's creating his mushrooms and his products, and we've got Creative Collectibles out here that's creating her artwork. And but make a plan. Decide what you're comfortable with, what kind of growth. Don't think about this week. Think about where you want to be 10 years from now, and you simply say, okay, I want to make $100,000 a year off this business, which may not seem feasible right now, but if you look at doing that in 5 years from now or 3 years from now, here's what I found. Shut up. Well, just started talking to me. But if you start backing into that, you start having it, and that's how we've done, Happy Hippie Headshot. We have yet to have a month that we actually made a profit, just to be honest. You guys see what we give away, but we're doing that to build the business, and I'm very fortunate. I have a good job that I'm able to continue to invest that kind of income, but at least when January was our first month that we actually brought in enough money to pay for the giveaways and the shipping and everything that we do. So it's like a break-even thing now.
Mm.
But I highly encourage. I'm actually hopefully going to start doing some. I did one presentation on GrowFam several months ago, but I want to start doing more of that and helping you guys learn about business building.
Right. Well, maybe I'll just keep poking you to come back every now and then and do some more.
I have all kinds of, again, I'm big on goal setting, which is planning, and that's whether you're talking about weight loss or building a business. You've got to have a plan. I'm huge on vision boards. My first vision board back in '92 was literally cutting pictures out of a magazine and gluing them to a piece of cardboard and hanging them on my wall and writing stuff on my mirror. I used to write on my mirror, "You're number one," so that the first thing I saw every morning when I got up was that I was number one, and it was that self-affirmation, and it's amazing the power in little things like that.
Yeah, so Lisa May, we will not be showcasing feet on this show. I apologize. That is
What about soil?
Well, creative is correct. Feet picks get money, but we're not here to get money. We didn't even plan any giveaways. We've had 18 people solid almost the entire time. I really appreciate it, you guys. I want to take a minute just to thank everybody for stopping through. I didn't even get a chance to share it to a single group. I did do some tagging. Was all I got to do. So I appreciate everyone for sharing and everything, and the folks on the screen for sharing. So I thank you.
22 reactions. Thank you.
Maui, I do have this to show everybody.
John Doe, hot dog
Maui
water.
Queen. Say again.
Oh,
Oh,
so
John Doe.
Doe's-
Yep, the hot dog water, man. We're still not 100% sure what's going on there. Oh, my friend Rachel stopped by. Hello, Rachel. Yes, yes, yes. Envisioning ourselves. It's our future. It's crucial. Women are into our future. Women after my own heart. Yes, Rachel. Rachel, if you would like to, we are going to do more of this every couple of weeks. We're going to do what we call an entrepreneur meetup on the review show, which is mostly about small business anyway. I leave it open as a review show so we can, quote, review whatever we want, right? But for the most part, it gives me a reason to get out of the house and actually go and go and check out the business, go there if I need to buy something anyway, and then do a review on it, give them good positive publicity. It's a networking tool for my community and meeting people, getting my name out there. It's all a win-win-win-win-win in every direction. So she mentioned vision boards, and that's my jam. I'm all about mindset and manifesting, as you know. Yes, I do know. Rachel would be an amazing guest to have on sometime. Rachel's did her first TED Talk recently, so she's got a lot going for her. But right now we're talking Maui Queen, you guys, a new up and coming star in the world of resin, and not that stuff that we used to save up when we didn't have a lot of money. We're talking about this like colorful, like it's almost like Laffy Taffy, right? I don't know what would you call it. You can't eat it though.
Actually clear. I add pigments and everything to make it that pretty. Those resin is clear.
Yes, she definitely does help and guidance for entrepreneurs. It's not just a spam message, guys, I promise. That's okay. Becca, what's up? Becca's World in the house. Creative said that she doesn't usually come live, but I did tell her we're going to show off her Facebook page at some point here too. We need to pull up our last guest here in a minute. He's been waiting back there patiently, so I don't want to make him wait too long. But
Bunny,
yes,
I am going to get you on a live someday, Bunny.
yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it? I don't even know what she looks like. Who knows?
I do.
She's beautiful either way. I know what she looks like. Okay, on Maui Queen's Facebook page is where you want to go and message her.
I would just go up to like photos or something.
Okay, go to photos.
You'll find
lots of weird people's messages. We're not going to look at those.
No.
Here's that picture. Freezy's
Nice.
cup that she put. That's kind of his logo kind of picture that he uses. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys didn't know that already, like she can sort of embed things into the cup to really personalize it. I think that's awesome. You could put and I don't want to be morbid, but there's a lot of jewelry coming out and stuff, but you could put somebody's ashes in there, a pet's ashes. You could put a person's ashes. I don't know. It may not be a great idea because the cup may not last forever, but it could be. I don't know. I think it could be interesting.
So we make, with resin artists, I can make little jewelry pieces. That's more along the lines of what Creative does, but I've done some big pyramid molds with dog ashes and stuff in them. So there is ways to incorporate ashes of your loved one or an animal into it. You just got to catch me on a good day to say yes to that, because
Right.
that's really
All right, enough. Fair enough.
I'll do it. It's just
So, Maui, before we bring up our last guest, and thank you back there for waiting there, buddy. Do you have any advice for anyone trying to start with the resin, trying to mess around with the creating stuff? What kind of machinery? Save up for the better thing, or use something cheap?
resin's expensive. If it wasn't for all the stimulus money, I wouldn't have been able to invest in my business. I won't even lie to you guys. I probably have over $7,000 in equipment and pigments and glitter and inks and molds. Like, I have so much money wrapped into it, and I still don't have everything I want to have. So if you're going to get into resin, find someone, like if anybody local to me wanted to learn, see if it was something they were into. I'd let them come try some things out because it is expensive. And it's boring to most people. You got to wait 8 to 10 hours to touch it to try to redesign it later.
Oh no, that's a multitask thing. Boom, get that fucking thing going. It's working. It's doing its thing, and I'm over doing something else. That's the beauty of that business right there.
Most people that work with resin give up because it's finicky. It likes what it likes, and it doesn't like what it doesn't like, and you really got to study and research resin before committing to going to buy everything because it's expensive.
So let me ask you this: what if you did a resin workshop sometime? You could maybe one day, once you feel like it, you could start doing that, because it seems like not, I wouldn't say a lost art, but an art less traveled. Does that make sense?
Actually, as much as everybody thinks that cup making isn't an art form that's out there, there's actually award shows to the biggest creators in resin making. There's summer camps and meetups for resin makers. I saw a cup last week or the week before get auctioned on TikTok and was sold for over $400.
Wow.
People pay money
For a cup, and the inside of this cup is plastic, right?
No, it's stainless steel.
Oh, okay. That's a little bit better. I was just like,
so
to
they're
go-
double wall stainless steel
Cool.
cup that you would like go to Walmart and buy. After we coat them with resin, they stay with ice for over 24 hours though.
That is awesome. I'm really interested in getting one eventually here. Maybe I'll get one custom made and like give you like 6 months to make it or something. We'll see.
Yeah, it's my birthday in July. Really.
Right, there you go. So I'm gonna show you guys something real quick here. Dan, go ahead, bud.
I said, is he a Cancer too, Steve?
Oh,
I was born in July.
Yeah.
So you guys
July
might see that, like, I changed my background a lot, right? But you see a lot of different logos up there. Let me take the comment off there. Sorry, Sherry. And right now I have all the logos from people who have been helpful to the show, or helped me out in some way or fashion in big ways, right? I got the Happy Hippies up there. I got 420, 710 family. I got Grow Fam. But what I have added recently, Steve-O knows and anyone who saw the show last night knows, we have a new sponsor, a show sponsor, True Healthcare and Wellness. And then we have another sponsor here, and a lot of people might know him. You might hear me call him out a lot. Soil Focus Farms. We have our friend Philip here, and we're about to talk to Philip. We have Philip in the house.
What's up, buddy?
Soil Focus Farms. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
Sorry about the wait. You've been very patient. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're fine, man.
So, how are you tonight?
Medicated.
There you go. So
Yeah,
you've been taking care of that in the background. Good.
Well, I just had my wisdom keeper come down, and it's a heavy indica, so
Your wisdom, what?
wisdom keeper.
Okay, so if anyone doesn't know by the name, Soil Focus Farms, Philip makes his own soil, and he uses a goose to do it, which isn't the whole process, but it's pretty unique. And he has his own goose, and sometimes the goose gets to hang out inside the house in the grow tent, and they're just powwowing down there like the goose is a little pet dog or something. It's amazing. Gooses they're like temperamental. I kind of feel like maybe it's like having a cat that's kind of feral. You know, if it's your cat, he's cool with you, but the goose probably isn't cool with everybody. But he also he grows a lot of things, and he does other things besides soil. So Philip, we're talking business, and we're talking your products as well, but business tonight. So do you have an LLC?
Yeah, I have a partnership, and
Right.
he's got an industry. It's Maple Industries is the flagship, but there's a few DBAs underneath that.
Oh, so a bunch of businessy terms. I hear you. But you are, you have a company. If you guys don't know, limited liability company is sort of a basic way to keep yourself safe in case. And this is something I'm going to have to get right away, because if I grow anything that someone eats, it's like immediate. I have to worry about someone suing me. The second someone gets a upset tummy after eating a piece of lettuce, boom. So that's why I keep asking you guys that. I want to know, like, how long you had it, how long have you been in business, so to speak, and also like if it's an LLC, because you can be incorporated. There's all these other things and levels, but you have to have some sort of protection. But how long have you been doing it? You told me this before, but this is, it's a different show.
I've been doing this personally for 4 years. Me and my partner got on for a little over a year now.
Okay, so you guys are moving right along. How many different products do you have? You have soil, and what else?
Right now I just have the soil, and it's springtime, so I'm gonna have plants kicking. I'm looking at 48 pepper plants, probably another 24 tomato plants ready. Gonna be sold there. I'm putting them in 7-gallon grow bags in my soil, and then taking them down to Washington Park and then selling them.
Oh, wow. So
it's like a patio garden. You can take it and grow it right on your patio.
So if you guys don't know, Philip has an indoor farm, a lot like what I'm trying to get to. And he actually, this is what's interesting, he has a grow bed that's like table height with soil in it indoors, and the water goes through the soil, filters through the bottom, and can go back into like a fish tank. So it was something that I wasn't sure I could do. I was going to try one day. But he shows me that it's possible to use soil and have it where it actually filters enough. It's not going to gum up the system too much. It's a bunch of things that I was worried about. So yeah, I look towards you in a lot of ways, towards where I'm trying to go. And I like to think that I've inspired you in some ways to do the show. He's doing more of a vlog type show now. Philip is doing, it's pre-recorded, but he's gonna. I don't know. You didn't say yet whether you're going to go live with it one day, but as you get better with it, but it's much more informative than mine. A lot of people blow smoke at me and say that I do an educational show. My grow show is much less about education than it is about the emotion and the feeling and the struggle trying to learn those things. So it's educational in a small way, but it's not like the how-to video. Philip's videos are going to be much more like this is the step-by-step. This is how he did it. I'm going to do it just like he did it. You're not going to see that on my show. It's much more of like a overall trying to popularize the subject. But so anyway, so back to the business side of things, Philip. You are in multiple stores too, kind of like Daniel. You have soil in people's stores. Do you know how many stores total you're in?
Right now, as of I sit right now, I'm in one because we're in redesign of labels. So my complete stock is gone. But as soon as my labels, we're getting it finalized tomorrow, actually. So that's good news. Getting the other bags ordered, and then a whole complete redesign. And I'm behind schedule, but sometimes it happens. And you just got to keep going. I mean, right now I'm at a crossroad in my business to where I feel very stressed out. But it's springtime, and this is when it happens. So,
yeah, you're missing. You feel like you're missing the boat because of the time lapse. Yeah, but I think I don't think so. I think you have, and just to pump you up a little bit, you have multiple stores already ready for your product that you're not even in yet. Yeah. So I think you're going to hit the ground running no matter when it happens. So I'm looking forward to, like I told you guys, Philip is sponsoring the show, and that means the whole week of shows that I do. But Philip, there's a store nearby me at True Healthcare and Wellness. Where's my finger right here? This one here, True Healthcare and Wellness in Sunnyland, Washington, Illinois. And that's probably where I'll be going, and I'm hoping to be able to get your product eventually in there too. So I know that's going to be one person that'll be getting it at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a few grow stores. I'm looking in Missouri right now. I'm actually dipping my toes in as far as cultivating centers up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, because the way Michigan is running their systems up there, if you own a dispensary, you got to grow. So you're growing on site or around.
You have to grow.
So my cousin, blessed, he actually is owner of a farmer's insurance up there, and he's got the lock on all the cultivating centers. So I'm in talks with some of these owners up there because there's a lot of want for organic up there.
Right, because they have a shorter grow season. They probably really want that.
Everything's inside.
Everything. Okay. Right.
Everything is inside.
Their cannabis industry is really big up there too.
And we right now I got extensive testing on another product that should be coming out. I'm hoping to pull the trigger soon, but it's a living cocoa blend because everybody loves that cocoa.
Interesting.
So
living cocoa.
Yeah, it's a recipe of mine and a living organic base. Not 100% on which way I want to go, if I want to do vermicompost or just compost.
So you got more products in the works. Oh, go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
And I got a nutrient line underway too. Yeah.
Oh, see, so that's another thing as far as entrepreneurship is adapting and growing and diversifying and building out new products and things. You don't, I guess I shouldn't say you have to build out new products, but ever giving yourself a facelift. Like I used to watch Bar Rescue all the time. I really liked that show, not for the fake drama parts, but for the information you get to learn. Like, John Taffet, he's a maniac, but he'll tell you how every 7 years or so a bar or restaurant has to change its name to sort of remain relevant. I wouldn't say every business has to change their name, but like he kind of goes through the ins and outs of like how a fast-paced business like that has to kind of remain relevant. And like a business like yours is by making more products. Similar to like the Happy Hippie Head Shop, the website just keeps getting more products every day. Maui says she doesn't do just cups, but that just seems to be the hot seller. So that's a good point, because you don't necessarily want to make a whole bunch of the thing that no one's asking for, right? You don't want to just overload your house full of the ashtray or the coaster when no one's asking you for it. But you want to keep showing them off so that they know you have them, because there might be that person one day that's like, I really like that. So it's hard to, it's a back and forth of knowing how much to keep. And Dan, the mushrooms, do those go bad? Is that like do you, like when you put them in the capsules, is that a shelf life? Is that a?
No, they're dehydrated.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're dried out.
His chicken and mushroom, that I used that last week. Really good, Dan.
Cream of mushroom?
Yes.
You put chicken in it? Chicken and mushroom soup?
Yeah, that's what I had. I had my wife used it on a breast chicken. Got it all sauteed up. It was delicious. I didn't cook it. My wife did.
So Philip, I appreciate it, brother. You guys, I really appreciate. One more time, I want to thank all the business-minded folks that have come on tonight, and I want to let anybody can go if you're ready to go. I figured we could have a little smoke and a toke here, and now that we're all up here, we've all met each other. Any questions at all from the audience? Any questions from the amongst each other here on the screen? Gypsy, you've been on here a long time. I appreciate your time. You're so busy. I'm sure there's something or something someone's going to be asking you for here soon. But no, I just I want to make sure you guys are appreciated, and if anyone needs to go, they can go. But yeah. What are you doing on this? Anybody have anything coming up? So let's see if anyone has any. So I know Dan has a class he's teaching on 4/23. We also have. Yep. Oh no, you have a class this week. Philip and Dan both are teaching cannabis class, grow class.
This is my for the University of Illinois Extension. They asked me to teach 2 courses this Saturday. It's their gardener's palette where they teach a whole bunch of different gardening courses. So I'll be teaching how to grow mushrooms and how to cook mushrooms, 2 different hour courses.
Ooh, how to cook mushrooms is awesome. I need some links for all of you and your amazing businesses. So I try to do it one at a time. So I'll make another post here. For Dan,
She knows how to get a hold of me. She already ordered.
right? She knows you. She knows Gypsy. Philip, I'm guessing Soil Focus Farms, the group Facebook page.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll pull that up real quick. I didn't do that part of. Would you
Gypsy,
have
what
any?
software do you run? Are you running Silhouette software?
No, I do all of my design now in Adobe. So when I first started, I was probably a lot like you. I used the Cricut design software and I used the Silhouette design software. But as we moved on to actual industrial equipment, we actually use roll-in printers and cutters and DTF and DTG.
Oh, I'd love to own that, but we're talking all kinds of money. I can't.
Yeah.
I want to
I
glow
can get my
for it
wife
and
up here.
everything else.
You want to get your wife up here? You said.
Yeah, she owns her own business too.
Oh yeah, if she can come on the screen, that'd be great just to meet her anyway. So this is the Facebook page. Those are don't tell me, sunflower seeds. No, yeah, sunflower seeds. I think
Microgreens. Yep.
microgreens. That's what I'm working on myself right now with some rainbow carrots. So if you guys want to get a hold of, if you're in the Central Illinois area. You're probably more than welcome to order a bag of soil from anywhere, but that shipping might become
If it's in the state, if I can ship it to you using Speedy Delivery, which is in the state of Illinois, and it does run up to Michigan, it was going to cost me $25 to ship one bag, and for 4 bags, it was $37.
Where are you located at in Illinois?
Quincy.
Okay. Cool. We're on
Quincy,
the-
Illinois.
Yeah, we're in Robinson, Illinois.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
so you're not too far, I guess.
Yeah, no, I actually have an ex-sister-in-law that lives in Quincy.
Oh, look at
I
that.
think I Googled it one time, and they're like 3 hours south of us, Waylon.
Look, there's the goose. Oh, where's the goose? I like the goose. I want
That's
more
Baby.
goose. Goose's name is Baby. Oh.
Yep.
It started playing on me.
Got to pause it.
I did, but then as soon as I opened it, it doesn't even look real. Looks like a fake goose. That's
She was just
awesome.
yelling at me this morning.
Half-back.
Give me a nice old goose egg.
Aflac.
Yeah.
Valerie, what's up? She says this broadcast is certified.
Certified.
Yeah, so guys, thank you, Dan. Dan's putting his link in the comments if you guys want to go
Nice.
check out Great River Mushrooms or check out the Rumination Project. And this is where you find Philip over here on Soil Focus Farms on Facebook. So I want to ask Gypsy if you have anything. Is there anything you want to shout out coming up or any big things? Just want to.
We're actually going to be at the Mocana Fest this weekend over in the Ozarks. So hopefully we'll get to meet a bunch of people over there.
What's it called? The Mocana Fest,
Yeah.
Missouri?
Mocana Fest, yeah.
Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, if anybody's in Missouri and you're going to go check out the Cana Fest or you weren't planning on it and now you know someone that's going to be there.
I think the biggest thing that we've got going on March 15th is the tarantula drop date for the new Fem line.
Oh, you guys are really loving that, I bet. Are you planning to drop seeds like ASAP?
We've been growing them since November. So
Oh, I see.
Festers.
Mm.
Yeah, beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous plants. I did all the pack design, so those actually got to see those live today. They showed up. I mean, through video. I wasn't home to see them when they came in, but I designed all the packs, and I'm excited.
Wow. Well, I mean, definitely check them out. Check out the website, everybody. You see their logo behind me, so we'll be shouting them out a lot. Shouting out Philip over at Soil Focus Farms. We shout all you guys out a lot. We're definitely going to try to use. Hopefully, you guys, since you all know us, it was easy and it was no, there was no awkwardness. We're hoping to get more and more entrepreneurs up from all sort of walks of life, not just the cannabis world. So definitely, we're going to be looking more towards doing these in the future, guys. I guess we'll do our own shout outs. Shout out 815 CannaFan. Go check out Steve-O, guys. Steve-O, Like, look at the lion's mane. I mean, he's just got like that's Fabio. If I ever saw him. Oh, look at little Chico.
The lion's mane.
Pape.
Your Chico's
And I
making
got a
your
little dog like that, looks like that, but all white.
Chico's making your camera not focus or something. Put your hand up. Put your hand up by the camera real quick. There you go. Now pull it back. Drop your hand. Drop it. Nope, you're still fuzzy.
Got the dog in and you went fuzzy.
Didn't help. Now you're back. As soon as wow, that's funny. So I want to put this out too because a lot of you guys are big in the community, and a lot of people in the comments listening right now. Tomorrow night, Wednesday nights, there might be other things going on. I think. Do you guys do something on Wednesdays at the head shop?
No.
Okay. So we're doing this game night. I don't know if you might have seen it. We're still kind of working things out. That we had a game cam and it was over the game board and everything. I'm really wanting to use tabletop games rather than electronic because I just want to make that's my difference. That's my angle, right, for the show. Kind of make us feel like kids again. You see the pieces moving. So this is how we're gonna do it, and this is my big shout out for tonight. Oh well, I guess I'll quickly say people in the boxes this week. The topic is going to be camping, glamping, and outdoor activities. So it's going to be a bit of a more sort of relaxed, fun episode. Whether you like camping, you don't like camping, let's hear about it, right? So that'll be Thursday. But tomorrow night, though, what we're going to start doing. And I think Elisa May, I have to give Elisa May, Steve-O, that came up with the name Stoners of Fortune. You guys have heard Soldiers of Fortune, right? So Stoners of Fortune, right? So what I'm going to do, it's kind of like gladiators. I'm going to look for volunteers to become players in the games. And you don't have to, you will not have to commit to being there every time. But I'm going to make a list that's longer than the number of players, and we'll have sort of backups, like a call list, right? And anybody, if you can't make it, we'll just call the next person. But what I'm looking for is people that will commit to at least knowing the games, and we're gonna work on a short list of games, and I'm gonna make a spin wheel to decide which game we play, like Sorry, like Chutes and Ladders, Candyland, whatever it is. We'll come up with some different games. And we'll have a spin wheel, and that's how we'll decide, and we'll eliminate them, and I have it all worked out now. But what we're gonna do is, say if Gypsy decides to be a gamer, she's a soldier or stoner of fortune, then you can become part of Team Gypsy in the games, right? And so then throughout the week, Team Daniel is talking smack to Team Gypsy. Oh, we're gonna win, and then Daniel might put out a reel, we're coming for Team Gypsy, and did you do that, Steve-O?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. You just want to watch it again? Okay.
Daniel.
You can watch it again.
Dude, that's fun to watch, man. It's satisfying.
It is. It really is.
Amazing.
But right in the middle of my pitch, though. Come on. Anyway.
Perfect timing.
It was sort of an accident, but not really.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I love the idea, though.
Yeah. So, but this is how the prizes. We've already got a bunch of prizes. We got multiple pieces, smoke pieces. We've got shirts. We've got beans. 2 rigs, 2 juice box rigs, and we'll be getting more and more, I'm sure. And what's going to happen is, say, Team Maui wins the game. Then Maui doesn't get the prize. Maui will get other things. We're going to have random prizes throughout the games where that player wins because they did something or whatever it is. Different prizes. But the big, the grand prize for winning the game is going to then go on a spin wheel for Team Maui. Okay. So the people who backed her are going to get the chance to win the prize. So it doesn't go to the whole audience. It goes to whoever wins the game. And there's going to be other things we come up with that brings more audience participation. So guys, let me know and let Steve-O know if anybody's interested. All I'm asking for is a commitment to learn what the games that we decide once we come up with those. Just to know what they are without having to come on and then we spend an hour, going over instructions and things. I want to try to streamline it a little bit better. And some of that's been my fault. This will be episode 3 tomorrow, but I think it's so fun. Like it's the most exciting show I'm doing because it's the only show I'm doing that's just for fun, purely for me to give back to people that are supporting me. Every other show is like got some sort of serious tone to it. Even though we try to have fun, we're still, we joke, we laugh. But this tomorrow is like it's a serious game night. Anyway, that's my spiel. I think it's going to be fun.
That sounds great. Waylon, those are great ideas, and they evolve all the time.
Yeah, you have to work them out, and that's my advice. I obviously I don't have a business, but I'm working on it. My advice is to start with something, and then you evolve it, you change it. Like we talked about with logos, like we love our first logos, we love those, but over time, most people create more iterations or sort of will change it up over the years or whatever.
Sure.
Like except Nike, I don't know if they've ever. I don't think they've ever had to change.
I
Have they?
don't know if I'll ever change my Great River Mushrooms logo. I really like that one, and I actually thought for months on it.
Ah, so that's near and dear to your heart. So,
Tree of Life. It
actually,
looks like
my
Tree of
logo
Life
is-
in the mycelium. It looks, in the logo.
yeah.
My logo is a 6,000-year-old language for soil. It's the Chinese symbol for soil.
Gypsy, is that your first logo that you made, or is?
It's actually the second one. So the first one was actually a happy more for Stacy. It was actually a logo for Stacy. And before we created the head shop, and then this logo was actually one that was kind of made off of that.
Oh, cool. I like that it's glasses because I can put it over the top of mine, and it just makes it look like my logo is wearing the glasses of your logo. It's great. I have no idea if we know anybody that does like animations yet, but it would be cool to have Steve-O's logo sitting there. He's all smiling, looking like the sun, and then it looks like my logo comes over the top of his head, right? And then he's wearing my logo with the light bulbs in front, and then boom, he puts on the happy hippie glasses. It'd be crazy.
I'm learning After Effects now. It's
probably
time consuming. Yeah.
Yes, you probably just have to mess around and play with it. And I'm learning OBS more in the studio mode and everything, and it gets very technical and stuff. So it takes time, and that's why I started the show when I did. I thought, I'm learning all this stuff. Why not do the show as I learn that stuff too, and talk about it? Hey, I'm trying to figure out the computer stuff this week, or because people want to know those things.
We're working on it with a new broadcast software that hopefully I'll be bringing out in March. So
New broadcast software.
yeah, besides we're going to go away from StreamYard. So
Streamlabs or maybe something else. I won't pry.
yeah,
But
no,
I hear
it's very
Streamlabs is
similar.
good.
It's like a cross between StreamYard and OBS.
So the Streamlabs, I heard that it has super chats embedded in, so you don't actually have to worry about getting stars or getting YouTube monetization. You don't have to worry about jumping through any hoops. You can have an in-app pay for their chats to be read, which is the only thing that I know of that's different.
Yeah, I've not used or even looked into StreamYard. This is called Evamox. So it's
Evamox. Okay.
yeah.
I might have heard of that actually. Maybe you told me before, but
it just allows me a lot more creativity when it comes to like transitions and stuff that you can do in OBS. So you kind of get not quite as complex as OBS, yet you can still run it as simple as we run StreamYard.
thanks, Jane. Thanks, Val. Thank you guys. I appreciate that for sure. Thanks, Ash.
Mhm.
Thanks everybody for coming by. I'm basically out of questions, so we're going to try a little bit more of this Spanish Moon here. If anybody,
I need 4 more followers to get 800 tonight on Great River.
oh wow, we can
Somebody-
get that. We can
Come
get
on.
that to happen. We can make
I'd
that
like to
happen.
follow you 4 more
You can
times.
make that
I'm so close. I just wanted to get to 800 by the end of the week. Could do
Well,
Do that. We can help you out. Happy Hippie Head Shop. We'll post you over there. So I do want to, offer an invite to all of you to, come over. We do a Thursday session, Growing Together, where we talk with other small businesses and other groups.
oh,
To
I
try,
don't ever get to see it.
again, it's at 5 p.m. on Thursday Central Time. So if you guys would like to come over and showcase what you have in the Happy Hippie Head Shop, we have almost 12.
that'd be
We'll
great.
be hitting 12,000 members
I'd
this
like to
week.
watch that.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that'd be great.
Where's
Thank
that at?
you.
We're in the Happy Hippie Head Shop group, so.
Well, Steve-O, we don't have a product yet. I don't know if we're not necessarily ready for
It's not
that.
about products. It's about groups, movements. We're all doing different things out here, creating something for the
Okay.
Canna community. So
That's
Or the
for sure.
mushroom community.
Right.
The Canish Room
they kind of go
community.
hand in hand, I think. So the
Canish
growers.
Room.
Love you, Jeremy.
Man,
Guys.
I tell you, I paid for that $25 bingo the other day, and I was like, "Whew, this is the most expensive one ever." I was like, "I'm gonna be salty if I don't hit on something. I better hit," and I did. I won the swordfish, which I got
Congrats.
today.
Did you get it? Good.
$25
Please put your
swordfish.
link
Can't
back
beat
up
that.
there again.
Did you? What did you think of those prizes, Maui Queen? Awesome.
Dan, put your link up.
It
Ooh,
was.
man. Oh.
They were really good. I mean, I hit. I can't lie. There was some where I was like, "Damn it, let me hit." Oh, let me hit. I want that prize so bad. But then those were the times where I had like 2 freaking spots and I needed like 12 to get there. And I was like, this is never going to work.
Yeah, guys, check them out. They have different kinds of bingo. I guess I can let you tell them, Gypsy. But if you like games and not just a boring wheel, no offense to the wheel guys, check out the Happy Hippies over there. Is that what?
Those are played games. You can actually go into the Happy Hippie Head Shop and buy your bingo cards for the sessions. But we just have a smaller group that we recently started called the 420 Gamers Lounge. So
Oh yeah.
we have
So-
different levels of bingo. Like Sunday, we run like a $5 bingo, and again, we do a lot of Luca products right now because those are just really
Hot.
really popular. So swordfish and seahorses and dragon.
I'm so salty. I'm a little salty about it because I felt like I had one of the first Luca things. Everybody was asking me about it. What is that? I had Seahorse Max, and Malik, gotcha. Hold on, I'm coming. Oh, there you are. But yeah, and then it was like suddenly everyone else got on the bandwagon. And I was like, well, hold on, I was the Luca guy.
We're really loving the glass. I mean, they have some amazing glass, and
Yes. Oh, that's true. The big, because their rigs are just so beefy, but they're also
But
like
they're
intricate.
huge.
There's
They're
crazy stuff happening. It's not just
Yeah,
a solid.
yeah, they're. I tell you, I get. I don't really smoke that much. I do a lot of edibles, and I always get hippie to smoke at them just so I can watch the smoke.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I actually.
It's fascinating. It's like some of them have like a tornado, a vortex in them, and they're crazy. They're crazy.
You know what I want? I haven't looked at your site yet, but I want a bong with a green tinted glass. I want that glass to disappear because I've seen it done. Being from Fire in the Hole, shout out to Fire in the Hole guys, Mason City Limits Comedy Club, Mason City, Illinois, 420, 2023. Check us out. Anyway, yeah, he's got a green bong that disappears and then so when he smokes it in the green screen, the smoke is all you see. You just see this. Yes, it's so cool. And I'm like, I want a green bong.
Yeah, we actually are not putting most of our bongs on the website, and the reason for that is almost every supplier that we work for, every wholesaler we're working with right now, you never know if they're going to be out. And one of the biggest risks of shipping a bong is it break, and then you can't get a replacement. So it's kind of like we're just we're selling most of those through the bingos. We did 3 of them for, I think the smallest bong was like 17 inches. And then we have the 21-inch bong. So
That makes a lot of sense because then the individual isn't out so much if something happens.
and then we're using reels a lot, so when we get them in, we'll put reels up and people will contact us to purchase that specific bong. But it's not like until we get bigger where I can actually buy 10 of them, and actually have
Right.
them. Right now we're just, it's like, oh, that one's cool. Buy one of those, and then we use other avenues to sell those. So
No, let me ask you this: what if somebody, you might already do this, but do you offer like someone could pay for insurance on it? Like, hey, I want it, but like maybe I could pay, whatever.
The problem is again, I may not be able to get that exact same bong again. So yeah, you'll get your money back, but you still may be out the bong.
Money back is better than nothing.
Yeah, we do insure them, so it's.
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's funny though, because what would they only get the 25 back? If it was a
no, it would be insured for the full amount.
Oh, yeah. Snaps!
So
snaps.
I think the retail on the swordfish was like $79. So if that would have been damaged in shipping, that's what the claim would have been.
Right. So you'd still interesting.
Because we need to be able to replace her prize or give her the cash for that prize.
Exactly. Oh, touche. Yeah.
Well, swordfishes are a little different. I have tons of those. We have significant Luca stock.
What would you say the best electronic piece is? I like the dragon. I like, maybe not the piece, but the bowl style that Steve-O was showing me. I don't remember what number it is, but it's the kind where the concentrates doesn't just drain right through it. It's like in a little bowl.
The C coil.
Yeah. C coil. Okay.
It's
anyway, that one. I can't wait to get my hands on that thing because the one that comes in the standard coil, like this regular bucket, it sucks. Yeah. It just runs right down through it if you want
to. One of the things I love about Luca products is they've gone to where most of so your coil for your swordfish, your dragon egg, your unicorn mini. What's the other one? There's like one more.
The Seahorse X right here.
They're all interchangeable now, and you can use the A, B, or C coil in any of those. And each one has a different function. A is for flavor. B is
really.
Yeah.
So
it's for clouds that just produces a lot more smoke, and your C is it conserves your product. So it doesn't burn through your concentrate as quickly.
And and the thing that none of those descriptions talk about is how much more like gummed up your system your piece is. So like for instance, and this happens to me a lot, is where I do the preheat, started automatic. It does an automatic heat for anybody that's interested in what we're talking about here. It heats up automatically. Well, if you're at the tail end of your battery life and it heats up for 15 seconds and then boop, it turns red because it died. Well, all those dabs in there that had just got all nice and warmed up and gooey just run right down through the piece.
Really?
Yes. And no, because it goes all the way through. I don't know if you can see this. There's a hole all the way down through the piece. So that also makes it easy to clean because you can push a pipe cleaner all the way through it.
That's the X, right? Okay.
The X, the Seahorse X. Yeah, sorry.
So, yeah.
It's also green, so it's kind of half disappearing, but so and that's the same problem with the unicorn, so they both go all the way through. That's why I want that C, because I think it would just be better. Anyway, guys, just so you know, this isn't topic specific anymore. We're having a sesh talking to other business owners, the entrepreneurs out here. It's been a great time. I appreciate you guys in the comments. I have not been able to watch the comments as closely as I'd like, but that just means we're having a good time on the screen, right? Thanks,
so how you looking, Dan?
I got one more like, one more follower.
One more. Come on, guys.
One more? Just one more for what?
Find them.
For
go outside and find somebody and mug them.
Just go find someone.
Make them follow my page.
What, for Great River Mushrooms? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Or for your personal?
I just got 3 new follows in the last 5
minutes.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
I think Gypsy's working her way over there.
Frank just said he followed.
There you go. So
there you go. Cool.
Ring. Bell ring.
There it is. There it is.
There you go, Dan.
That clap was
801 now. It just keeps going up.
That clap was weak. I got to give you a real clap here.
Ding, ding, ding. Jackpot.
Ding, ding, ding. Congratulations, Dan. I'm trying to do 1,000.
I need to learn how to use these sounds I have. The soundboard I have. I never use it.
You need to show me that soundboard.
Look at him. There, we boo it. We boo the applause.
The let's not dual applause.
Duel the sound.
That was booing the applause. I was booing.
Oh, see, the boo on mine sucks. The boo is very weak. It's like you don't even know they're actually booing. I want to get a soundboard. I can't wait to, and that's funny because we're talking business here, and I constantly get pulled away thinking about gadgets and more tech stuff for the show and for this and that. But something that's occurred to me, my whole plan originally was to grow and sell like one crop to like a bunch of restaurants and grocery stores and like start that way and build up, right? And the show was always intended as a way for me to keep motivated, to put my ideas out there, to try to put better content out in the world, and instead of turning away from Facebook, turning away from the nasty social media stuff, staying there and putting something better out in there. And also, like I said, maybe inspiring other growers and stuff. That was my point. But now it's sort of flipped. So some of you might think I'm a decent host, right? And I like it. And so it's been getting better. And I've had a lot of opportunities. Thank you to all my friends out there. Now I'm thinking that what if the crazy idea of me doing shows and podcasts and starting this whole online persona becomes a way to make a living and make money to then grow and give food away? What if I had a restaurant or a farm that was pay what you can? So that's the price. Pay what you can. If it's zero, here you go. And that would be content, right? It wouldn't be selfless. It wouldn't be because I'm a good guy, right? I would get lots of views. I'd still get lots of publicity for that. Look at Mr. Beast, right? He gives millions of dollars away. He cures a lot of people of blindness. People hate him for it because they think he did it for publicity. I don't care how much publicity you get. If you're going to cure me of blindness, cool. Like, I'll be your poster child after that. So I'm cool with that. I think that's a win-win. Good publicity is helpful in a lot of ways that you can't even monetize. And then you have people need to be fed, right? So I think it would be an awesome idea, like where I build this whole thing. I have a business where it's almost like Pawn Stars or something, where it's like a reality show at a business, and we have like a podcast going while the business is live and stuff. And then you have people coming in and like maybe they want to tell their story or something, and it could turn into all that, and it could all pay for food. And anyway, I'm rambling, but you get my point. It's sort of tipped from one way to the other, to where it's like maybe this could feed that instead of the other way around, and they both it all helps at the same time. Keeps me motivated. And guys, something, a little side note, I want you all to know that my legs feel like Jell-O. I did want my first day of extreme body shaping today at this local studio. They gave me a free week to try it out, and I jumped in on a class that's on week 7. And they're using bands, the flex bands, and it was leg day. It was leg day the whole day. And I am not kidding you. I have steps to go up and down to come down here, and it is not easy to walk up and down the steps. I had to soak in the tub. I puked when I got home, and all I had was a banana that morning. Like, it was rough. Like, you should have seen me trying to get out of the place. She's like, "See you tomorrow." I was like, "Yeah."
I'm good. Yeah.
That's funny. Dude, leg day.
I'm not kidding. It's
You never start on leg day.
Never start.
I didn't know what day it was. I just thought I'd go and check it out, and then I'm on.
Next time you'll ask, won't you?
Well, maybe, yeah. Well, I actually went to the gym first. I went to the easy route. There's a local gym called Planet Fitness. A lot of people call it Planet Fatness. They literally used to give out pizza and donuts and stuff at the gym. I don't know if they still do, but so everyone talks about it being $10 a month. I go in there, and he gives me this paper that says, "Here, you got to pay $50 now, and then it's $10 a month." Well, I had the $50, but it just annoyed me so much that I was like, I thought it was $10. Okay, I just left, and I was like, all right, I'll give this extreme body shaping a try, because it's like $150 for like 10 weeks or whatever. So I'm like, I could do that, and it's not really because of the money. It's just because I felt like they gave me the old switcheroo when I walked in there, even though they didn't. I'm sure I could have called. It just, at that moment, I just kind of my pride was injured maybe a little bit, and I was like, all right, I'm out of here. I didn't make a scene, but I was just like, nah, I think I'm good. But what was I going to do there? Walk on the treadmill for a little while? I wasn't going to feel what I'm feeling now. I'll tell you that much. I probably would have maybe got a little sweat going, but that's it. Bait and switch. Yeah, Val. Yep. Oh, here's an annual fee. It's probably because they a lot of people probably pay a couple months and then stop paying. Well, they got your $50 already, didn't they? That's a lot of business that I have to learn. I've been in sales. I know. I went to college for business administration. I've been in sales, and it's very slimy. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a guy that reads 5 commercials every show. I don't want to have to stop in the middle of my show, even though these are things that I'm finding myself doing now. It's like I don't want to do those increasingly, and I also don't want to find some way to just hornswoggle people out of money. Like I want to create a value that makes you want to give me the money.
I wrote a book back in 2001 called VASCOM, The Ultimate Way to Communicate, and it was actually a salesmanship book that I taught at Vincennes University in Vincennes, Indiana. And it's my view of sales is that you don't sell people. You find what they need, and then you give them what they need, and you let the rest go. That's what makes you a shady salesman. There's too many people out there that need, like looking at the head shop, there's so many people that want and need our, what we're selling in the head shop. We don't have to worry about forcing somebody to buy a damn t-shirt or
cutting corners in some way. Right.
Yeah. It's like, it's like if we all focused like that, it creates a much better atmosphere. So
I'm a fan of the win-win.
Yep.
And it's not always possible. Sometimes it's a give, like you both have to give a little to get something out of it at all. And I'm finding that a lot with this, not industry, I guess, streaming industry, podcasts, like with the networking, it's about give a little to get a little. And it's about you help me come on my show, you share me out, and then I'll do the same for you. And I like that about it, but I also run into, I talked about earlier, I told you how I sort of have these feelings about people where it's like, if I have this adversarial feeling that's sort of like almost like 2 positive batteries, like can't push them together. Like you can kind of feel when someone looks at you like competition.
Right.
And it's healthy to have competition, but not in a way where it's like, I want to be shady to you because I'm worried about you taking my idea. I'm an ideas person. So personally, I throw as many ideas out as I possibly can. You can have them all because guess what? There's 100 more right here, right after that. So go ahead. And I also have the idea that growing food, I don't care how many people do that with me because we're always going to have a need for more people to grow food, right? Cannabis, maybe not. Like the cannabis, there's a lot of people now growing cannabis. But there's a ton of food that in Illinois, it's only corn and soybeans as far as you can see. So we might need something else in there, So
even with the recession right now and the food prices the way they are, just watch how many people are at the garden center this year.
Well, right. And I don't like to go down the path of look at how bad the world is. We all need to be more self-sustainable because I like to look at it like this. If everything turns around and the world becomes even better than we ever thought it could be, it's still a good idea to be more self-sustainable, regardless.
Really?
Good or bad it happens in the world. That's the way. I think a mixing of old technology and new technology is the way we should move forward. And kinetic energy, plant energy, solar and wind are not really my biggest loves. But they found ways to get electricity out of a tree. The roots of a tree, when it's doing photosynthesis, it actually has excess heat in the roots area, and they found a way. I think they stuck copper wires in there, and they showed that it was charging the cell phone. And I was like, it may not charge very fast, right? Probably very little. But imagine a whole grove of trees wired up underground. Imagine, I got chills thinking about it. Maybe you could charge a whole cell phone then,
Hey, look up. Have you looked into Nikola Tesla?
Who's that? I'm kidding. Come on.
Yeah,
bro. I know. The whole wireless electricity in the air. Yeah, there's things that we haven't figured out yet, and I'm all for experimentation, I want to learn grafting. All you growers out there, I want to graft weed to everything. I want to make weed mangoes. I want to make, weed mangoes. I want to make weed nanas. Like, I don't know, whatever we can figure out how, because not everything works, right? But you have to experiment. And the way I get to that is by building a product that everyone needs. And I think unless you don't eat food, you are my audience in that respect. So I start there and build a business that makes money, and then I can experiment with stuff, try to build the way to generate power from like plants or whatever. Who knows? I want to use kinetic energy of fish, because when you get a big ass thing of fish, imagine like 1,000 fish in a big ass indoor
You get the wheel
container.
going, yeah.
Imagine the water tension. The water will never be sitting still. So if you just had like bobbers kind of sitting on the edge of the water or the top of the water, just taking a little bit of that kinetic energy back, boom, like there you go. Anyway, this stuff is good. I'll tell you, the Spanish Moon. I've only smoked one bowl of it, and it's feeling really good. I gotta say.
I need some of that.
Stoned as hell.
Well, and I haven't had dabs in like a month, because I need to buy a press. And you guys have, I think several of you guys have presses. Do you have a press?
I do.
Yeah. So what's the best press to get? Can I get a cheap $200 press, or do I need to wait and get a 10-ton?
Well, I have the cheapest one. It's a 280, but out of all the ones that people I know that have a press, mine's the cheapest. But it
Can
works.
I buy one on Happy Hippie Head Shop?
Mine I got on Amazon for $369 about a year ago.
Fuck Amazon. Can I buy one on
I'm
Happy
just
Hippie Head
saying.
Yes, you can.
You can go to Harbor Freight and get one.
You go
T-shirt press.
Fuck Harbor Freight. I'm gonna buy one on Happy Hippie Head Shop.
Yeah, it's under the kick vape section. We sell kick. We partner with Kick Vape.
I can't justify the purchase
There you go.
just yet, but I'll get there soon. But it's like it's a first world problem, I got all the bud I can smoke. It's I grew, homegrown, hashtag. But yeah, I do love dabs. Dabs are actually
They got
much more.
Well, here I'm smoking that I made.
Well, guys, I hate to do this. I gotta hop off. I need.
Oh,
to
you're fine. We're
be
past
at work at 4 a.m. in the morning. So
we're past our expiration date
Oh,
anyway.
thank
We're
you.
just chilling now, but I appreciate all your advice.
It was a
and
pleasure.
all the info. It has been great.
It was a pleasure.
and again, guys, I really mean it. If
Absolutely.
you guys want to, come over, promote yourselves in the Happy Hippie Head Shop, you're more than welcome.
I will try. See, that's right at the time that I'm transferring my son to his mom. So I'm driving him there, dropping him off. And
I mean, even just making sure you continue to post your lives over there, and
Sure.
post
Oh, thank
your
you.
sites, post your pages.
I'm gonna make it a point to get to this Thursday. Who do you have on this Thursday?
Actually, I think we're doing Master Roshi this
Oh,
week, and then we're
okay.
doing after at 7:30 we're doing a Buds and Suds bingo. So
Okay.
Spirit of Buds. So
Oh, is that every week, or is that a special bingo?
that's just a special bingo. So we've been doing that, because we actually sell the bingo cards. So it's a way for businesses like Mrs. Bearded Buds to actually sell some of their products. So like Maui Queen, if you would like to come up with 5 or 6 cups that you would like to sell, let me know. You just send me the pictures, tell me what you need to make out of it, and then we translate that into how many bingo cards we need to sell.
Oh, that makes sense. Like a waffle, but bingo cards. So before you leave, though, I just remembered.
Same thing. So maybe we should do a collab with all of you guys together.
Yeah, no,
It'd be great.
I don't want to hold you to this, but we talked about this on a live not too long ago. Did you still want to throw up a couple of a Steve-O and a Whalen the Indoor Farmer
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
T-shirt for the people in the boxes one of these weeks?
Yeah.
Whether you can make it or not, we do want to get you guys up there for sure, but I know how things go. But we did perk up for sure when you said they were going to be gracious enough to throw out a Steve-O's logo and my logo on a couple of shirts. For
Yeah, and I do. When I get home this week, I need to get your T-shirt. I did get your green T-shirt in to do that.
Oh, cool. So I can.
No,
So it'll just be me, and I'll have like a blank background, right, instead of all the logos, and you'll just see the Indoor Farmer logo floating around.
Floating around.
That's what's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Just a Steve-O face.
But all right,
Thanks,
have a
Gypsy.
great night, Gypsy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye. What a wonderful lady. Thank you.
That was awesome. Yeah, man. And talk about, yeah, she said she runs a multi-million-dollar business. I mean,
She did.
the information that we can glean off someone like that, just similar to like Kim Cooper, like, because she has so much knowledge on how to run a network, and it's so cool to talk to somebody who's at that level in a certain thing, like when we talk to Dan about mushrooms or Philip about soil. Like, I don't even know that much about soil yet. I'm sure you have a whole recipe now and all that, or with the resin. I don't even know what resin looks like. I just imagine this sort of like Laffy Taffy that you can throw around,
Not even, not even a little bit. It's like pouring water.
Yeah, no. Charlene, hello. Hey guys, we have 16 people in the house. You guys, 26 likes. I appreciate anybody hitting those reacts. We are just chilling at this point. If anybody wants to come up and say hi, you're welcome. We're probably going to wrap things up here shortly in a few minutes here. I just don't like to leave when the party's just getting going, But I do want to say again, thank you. That's cool. No, I appreciate it, Philip. Philip, you're a busy guy, and anybody like Dan and Philip, you guys have real companies to run and real things to get moving. So appreciate your time. We will be seeing you too, Philip, myself, Steve-O, and Dan over there on the Rumination Project on March 12th next month, you guys. It's on a Sunday. It's going to be a good mental health conversation. Do you want to do any shout outs, Dan, before we leave?
Shout out to the Rumination Project? No.
I don't know. We've already shouted all your stuff out. I try to give people their own chance to say things too at the end,
I put all the links in the comments.
Yeah, just go check them out, everybody. Check them out. Maui Clean. You have a good night, okay? Thanks for your hair looks nice. Everything you have it all. You were on time. You were earlier when you said you'd be. Thank you for all that. I hope it wasn't too chaotic through the beginning as we were doing and Steve-O, I know I didn't throw a lot to you there, but I was trying to sort of had an idea in my head of, it went pretty smooth as I thought it would, as I was imagining we could do it, add the next person up. And I knew everybody that was on is pretty respectful tonight, as far as nobody was going to just, start blabbing about random things as somebody's talking about their business. Or, well, I mean, for the most part, unless somebody throws up a time-lapse mushroom video, right in the middle of these, what, Steve-O, your hair makes up for it, honestly, because I could never do what you did. I couldn't do that with the face or with the head, and neither can Dan, clearly. But that's that's not Dan's fault.
Lighter just completely disappeared.
Bald joke. He was distracted. Yes. Elisa says don't. The show was great, Dan. Don't overanalyze it. Oh, I'm not overanalyzing, Elisa May. I just like to analyze things. I think other people underanalyze. That's my opinion. Anyway, I also like to just talk about stuff, I like to get my viewers' input on things and my people that are on the screen, and maybe we'll have another bong toke, and then we'll throw up I like to always end the show with our commercials, and then we'll get going.
The bong tokes that'll put me to sleep.
So nobody jumped at the chance to be a stoner of fortune. I'm going to keep looking. I want people that are excited about it. I don't want to have to strong arm people into doing it, I want people that want to be like a gladiator, You can call yourself, Laser or Blaze or Blazer, whatever.
I mean,
I plan to lead my team to victory.
Steve-O's going to be a player, I know.
I may be interested in doing it, but at the same time, I have to figure out if I can get back my late night personality back because I've been going to sleep around like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Well, the show starts at 9 in 9 Central Time because I want to make sure my son has plenty of time to get to sleep and actually fall asleep. When I start shows at 8:30 or like on Thursday we start at 8 o'clock, I have to sort of rush to make sure he's like in bed, and then usually he's not fully asleep by the time I have to leave and come down here. So I usually read to him for like a half hour, and I can read him to sleep, but sometimes it takes longer than what I have, and so I kind of read to him up to that point. So that's why we started at 9 on Wednesdays. So I wanted to start a little later to give him as much time as he could have, but
and that's absolutely understandable, and in every right, I respect that. I'm just saying, like, last 2 weeks I've been going to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it is something I'd be interested in doing. I come up on almost every one of your lives that you want
but you
people
can.
to know.
Yeah, you do. You're around as often as you can be. So what you can do is if you say you're interested, I can put you on the list as interested. And what I'll do is I'm going to start making a list of interesteds. And when I have that list, I can then hit people up weekly and say, you know, are you interested this week? Or if you want to, because I'm looking to make a list of like 10 people who really, really want to be a game player. And I was kind of looking first to have people like other streamer personalities and stuff, but those are people who don't have the time anyway, is kind of the problem. So, but you don't, not that you have any more time, but the loose commitment of time is not an issue to me. I think it's more about whether people want to commit to what's happening on the games. Like I don't want people complaining about the rules or about whatever it is. Like we want to work that out ahead of time before we do it.
Val said, put her on that list.
Put me in, coach. Is that a real put me in, Val, or is that a?
Oh,
are you
so
just
she
kidding?
wants to go up against me, huh? You want to take me on, Valerie? Let's bring it on then. That's cool.
I don't think you're taking Val down. I'm sorry. My money's on Val.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
If she was fighting against me, my money'd be on Val.
Val did win last time, I think.
In a fight?
No, it's a joke.
No,
Giggler
she gave away what she won. Yep.
Giggler won the game.
Val might make me cry in a fight. Or she can be a tough old mean lady. I can be a mean lady too, but like I love her personality, but it's like the mom telling you she's disappointed in you, but way more harsh, and you're like, I'm sorry. What do you mean too? So
Valerie was pretty sick.
but Valerie would never treat me like that because she loves me and I love her and we respect each other. But I've seen her go toe to toe in the comments with people she don't like.
One time over on Clapper, when I was over on Clapper, this guy comes in and he like the first thing this guy says is, "You." I think he said you look like a Fed or something. Or you? I don't think he said you look like a cop. I'm pretty sure he said you look like a Fed. And Val, before I was thinking of within seconds I had these funny like comebacks I was about to tell him, and Val had already she was my moderator. He was gone like half a second after he said that. I was about to tell him. Well, what? So like a federal agent can't do a live stream? Like you're telling me if I'm a cop, I can't sit on here and talk to people? Is that what you're trying to say? I can't build an audience if I'm anyway.
Well, I mean, look at Kingery. He did it.
Yeah, well, lots of former police do lots of social media stuff where they're out there like the angry guy video in the car. Like there's so many of those like where they do the car testimonies or whatever, and they like talk about things. Yeah, they're out there, But anyway, I was all ready to start coming back at the guy, and Val is like, boom, you out of here. You're out of here. All right. Number 3.
And don't expect me put together every night, Waylon. I had to go to my kids' concert. It was like I had to go to socialize with the people I don't
tell me
with.
that. I thought you did all this for us. Come on.
Oh.
Wow.
I
you
had to
guys hear this?
socialize. Sorry. I promise I will look almost this pretty every day during the 420. Because there's not going to be a bad photo of me taken anywhere.
That's your biggest concern.
Well, no. My biggest concern would probably be laughing and coughing so hard I pee my pants, to be honest.
Huh.
That's a mom thing, but sometimes these boys get off on these weird things and you just start dying laughing. And if I laugh so hard, I would be so mad.
Wow, I was writing down, I wrote the word with, and I wrote 3 words after that before I realized that I didn't put the H on the with.
Yeah.
So I'm making I'm making some notes about game night. So on game night number 3, we're rebuilding the game night with the Stoners of Fortune list. And so we're gonna have a call list, and we're gonna put Maui on it. We're gonna put Val on it. Anybody that wants to be on the list. I mean, we could have 100 people on the list, but I'll just go down the list and call each person, just like at work. You know, on your day off, if somebody calls in, they might call you. You know, if you can work. If you don't answer to my call, I might have to take you off the list. But beside the fact, like at least just tell me you can't make it. You know, I don't want it to be something that you dodge. It's like, hey, I can't make it. You know. Good night, Ashley. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great night.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you.
I just covered all the gray, really.
Oh. Maui Queen. Okay, and we got. I better number these.
Oh, really? You figured out how to get on StreamYard, huh? All right, Val. Let's give it a try then. Let's see if it works.
Oh.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
like,
let's give it a test here, Val. Are you sending her the link, Steve-O?
I'll send it to her right now.
I've only seen that woman one time for a brief second, and I felt privileged.
Oh, I've seen her a bunch, but I definitely always feel privileged.
Dan, would you? I'm gonna put Steve-O on here too, just to have him on the list. Oops, I put Steve-O, Stevoe. So Dan, would you like to be on the call list? Doesn't mean that you have to be there. It means that you would like to play if you have the chance.
What time is it at?
It's 9:00 on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead.
You seem like an intelligent guy that wouldn't mind playing Chutes and Ladders with me. Whenever you play, the audience will get to be on your team. They get to choose. So if we have somebody that no one wants to be on their team, they get to win the prize if they win. Like if Maui doesn't, you don't have to feel upset if like say everybody wants to be on Team Steve-O or whatever, and like you don't even get one person. Well, you play, you win, you get it. That's you. Like, or if one person
get brainy and Chutes and Ladders, you're going to be tripping and falling down ladders and everything.
Yep, and see that. So that's how. So Steve-O, that's how I fixed that. So earlier, my worry was that if like everybody wants to be on like Team Daniel's team, and no one wants to be on the other people's team. That's how I fixed that. Is by saying, well, if Maui wins, then Maui gets it, or if only one person's on Team Maui, they get the prize. you know, or maybe if it's only a few, I'd probably put Maui in the wheel too. But my plan is to give the players prizes as the games go on, like through the middle of the game, not the winner, you know. So like you hit a certain square and it's like, oh, that's the surprise square, Maui, you get this prize or whatever. And then people will always have the chance to throw it to their team or throw it to the, you know, something else.
Right.
That'll be cool too. So like say you win a t-shirt and you're like, I don't need it or I don't like it. Maybe you don't say that, but you're like, well, I want to give it to my team. So then you can like toss it to the wheel for your team or whatever.
You know, like if you were giving away an extra small T-shirt that wouldn't even fit one of my chesticles in, yeah, I'd have to be like, yeah, I don't want that. Well, my kids don't even wear extra.
Oh, girl, Valerie, are you trying to come up? Did you send her the link, Steve-O?
I did
Oh
twice.
yeah, I colored it. I went live today.
probably
while
working
I
on it.
colored it.
Oh, while you were doing it?
So I put hair dye in my hair, and then people were trying to get me to get Dan into a live, and like I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just coming up to tell you guys he's working. Like he'll talk to you about it sometime." You added him to the group. Like they were trying to learn about CBG, and I know I remembered him talking about it, and they just wanted more information. So I was like,
Oh,
he disappeared.
Dan left.
no,
Are
he
you
didn't
froze?
leave. He got
Oh.
booted.
But I was
So-
on live. Well,
Steve-O. So I did that. My bad. I was
Okay.
kicking your mushroom video. I clicked kick from studio and it kicked that video and you both. I was like, I didn't know it was going to do that. Sorry, Maui, you were saying?
oh no, but the conversation was too slow, and I was just like, he's working. You know his name now. Get a hold of him. Like I'll let him know you guys want to talk to him. Like put y'all in touch, but I'm not really gonna be the middleman. But I had hair dye in my hair. I was like, I don't care.
Well,
I really don't.
That's just a live, yeah. It's different if you have like a structured show and then you do something like that. Like
Well,
if you're
their
just
lives
doing
are
lives,
private too.
that too, yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap things up. I think everyone's had plenty of time to shout everything out. And I'm also going to be doing, I originally made the games about my local supporters, and I will still do things for them. We're still going to be doing spin wheels during the game nights for my local supporters. And we're also going to give local supporters preference on games if they want to be Stoners of Fortune. So if any of my supporters are Stoners of Fortune, they will get to play. Unless it's like, they play every single time and it's time to give someone else a chance or whatever. But it's like, in general, I want my supporters to get that bonus or that. But yeah, have a good night, everybody. And we're going to play the People in the Boxes promotion, and then I'm going to play our indoor farmer commercial after that.
All right. Everybody have a great night. Thanks
Bye.
for following us.
See you later.
Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thursday nights at 8 o'clock Central Time. Come in, relax, and chill with our host as we discuss the hard topics using a little bit of humor and professionalism, mostly. On People in the Boxes, everybody. A show that asks you to share your experience.
Here's the thing with addiction is never say never because when you're an addict, like I never said
No, it does this when I try to switch from one video to the other video. Anyway. Hello, everybody. It's Waylon, the Indoor Farmer here. Come and check us out Monday nights at 8:30 Central Time on the NOK Network. You'll find your host, myself, and my good friend Sir Steve-O on a journey to find out what it takes to become more self-sustainable. We'll inspire you with a weekly progress review. Like, follow, and share. I just can't click it too fast, I guess. I have to wait for a few seconds. But that just makes the transition terrible, doesn't it? Thanks for watching, everybody.